morning, everyone. Hi from San Francisco. I'm Emily Poulin.
And I'm Sweaty. Hi, I'm Andrew Hockrattle.
And we have a great stream starting for you today. And Andrew is going to be kicking us off with some really fun type. And you have a plan. You're a man with a plan this morning.
I do have a plan.
Yes.
If some of you have watched a popular television cartoon that involves sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Everything nice.
We are going to be creating a version of that today. And I'm going to show you how to use graphic styles and how to use the appearance panel to stack effects to make it super easy to create a bunch of things at the same time.
Wow. I'm excited.
Make sure you stick around for this stream, and then we have a ton of other streams coming to you all throughout the day, some with Emily Poulin right after this. So stick around if you have questions. This is a live chat. Hello, chat. You're hanging out over here. Hi, chat. Everybody wave in chat. So if you have questions, make sure that you subscribe and make sure that you put your questions over in the chat as we work today. If you have general questions, make sure you come back at noon.
Yes.
Because what are we doing at noon?
We're going to do an Ask Me Anything with us. So if you have questions that you want to ask about design, anything really, feel free to add that in and we will be there for you.
Yep. And we do have a very special partnership today with Agorapulse coming up at 11 o'clock, and we will be learning a little bit more about social media, a little bit about their service, and a little bit about Adobe Express. So make sure you tune in for that as well. All right, let's hop in. Hold, please.
He's back.
All right, I'm back. I was too close to the mic. All right, so, and someone's saying, I hope Mojo Jojo makes the show. I don't know, maybe Flojo Molo will make the show.
Just rearrange the letters. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
We're trying to dodge a copyright strike. So we will be creating using these different styles, and we are going to be creating some title cards for the Powerful Trio. Is what we're calling it.
Never been seen before.
Never been seen before. No, you don't know anything about the Powerful Trio. But what we're going to do is I want to create kind of a heart in the backdrop. And this is kind of just going to be a backdrop to our typography. And here's the easiest way for you to create a heart using the appearance panel is we are going to make a square.
Done.
Rotate 45 degrees.
Whoa.
Delete this middle point right here.
Goodbye.
Now we have this like nice little V shape. So now we're going to go over to the appearance panel. We're going to be here pretty much the whole day. And what we're going to do is we are going to add a stroke right here. And I'm going to do kind of like a red, pink, and dark red.
Like shades?
Yeah, different shades. So let's go ahead and see if I can find like a good red. Sure, we'll use this one. So we're going to start with a stroke. I'm going to increase the stroke quite a bit. And then we are going to go to stroke, and we are just going to change the end point to round, and this bottom point to round as well. Actually, let's leave the bottom point pointed. Yep. And then we're just going to increase this stroke.
That's so easy.
A heart. It is two
Wow.
lines, and we have created a heart right there. I am going to scale this down a little bit, and then use the alignment tool to just align it to the center.
And are you going to make this into a shape, or are you going to leave it as a stroke?
I'm going to leave it as a stroke.
You're wild for that.
Actually, well, let's leave it as a stroke because I do want to show you the appearance panel.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is let's set this one at 200. So what we're going to do is we are going to keep kind of blowing this up so that we have different versions and kind of have this cool effect on this one shape. So we are just going to add in another stroke by clicking right here. And so what it does is it adds another stroke on top. The effect we want is like this Porky the Pig. You know how like it has like the like tunnel? Yeah.
Like something tune. I can't think of
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of create different variations, and we could do this with offset path. We could do this with a bunch of different things, but we're going to do it in the appearance panel so that we have it very quickly because I want to do different versions of this. So we're going to think through as we add a stroke, it's going to go on top. We don't want the next one on top. We want the next one to be behind it. So we're going to click here, and then we are just going to grab a pink color.
Or a lighter red, perhaps.
And then we are going to put it at maybe, let's double, so 400.
Whoa.
Right?
So you added a stroke on a stroke, or a stroke on a path?
Yes, so it is a path with 2 strokes currently. Usually we're used to adding 1 stroke.
Right.
We're going to add 2, and then we're going to add 3. And all we need to do is just keep kind of building this up.
Right.
And I'm making these colors not great intentionally because we are just going to use generative recolor to fix it in the future. 600.
This is fun.
Right?
It's feeling retro, even though I know you're going to change the colors.
Right? So you can kind of just play around with what you want to see here. And we're going to go 800 here. And so you can create this effect using the appearance panel. Can I duplicate these? I don't actually. Hold on.
I was just thinking that.
I can't.
I feel like it would just paste behind probably.
Oh no, it did. It totally did.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it's just duplicated, right?
Yep. So just duplicated them. So all I need to do is keep up with my
doubling.
Doubling. Yep. 1,000, and then this will be 1,200.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna get too big. Yeah, it's gonna get too big, which is fine because we can do this another way. So this would, in theory, work really well for some of the things we want to do.
Maybe like a feed post, something smaller.
Yes.
It's just too wide.
Yeah, there are a couple different ways that we could keep this going, but we may want to just do offset paths here.
Show us both, yeah. Because offset path, you won't run into a limitation. Doing some quick math here. Please hold.
Yep, please hold. All right, so we have this effect. I'm going to try one more thing, chat. We're going to try this a different way, and this may or may not work. So I'm going to delete all those different strokes that I put here. This isn't going to work. But let's see. Okay, so we have this. Actually, we need one of those strokes. All right, that one's going to stay. Oops. We're going to delete all these. All right, so we just have the one stroke here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an effect in the appearance panel. You can add as many effects in the appearance panel as you want, and you can go to path and offset path. Oh, it's going to offset.
You can do round. No?
It's going to offset the actual path. All right, chat. I was wrong. That's fine. All right, let's do this a different way then. So again, there's always like 90 ways to do things.
100%.
We're just going to expand this into a shape. Really easy object expand. And then from there, we are going to use offset path. So from there, object, path, offset path. And what's really annoying is that I'm going to have to click this like a bunch of times. 200 is too much. So you see we can keep going in here, object, path, offset path. It's just not a lot of fun to do that.
What's the shortcut where you can just like keep redoing the last thing that you did?
Oh, Command D.
I was gonna say Command D, but I wasn't sure. I don't use it often.
Yes.
Would that
so
work for you?
What will happen there is it will
won't get
keep
bigger.
scaling it and not proportionally. But what we can do is we can hit Control or Command. Actually, we can go to Edit. I'll show you like the actual thing. And keyboard shortcuts.
Woohoo.
So from here, we can go and we can look at Tools, and we want Menu Commands. Then we're going to go into Path. So we're just going to find where we would have found that. So it was Object, Path, Offset Path right here.
Nice.
So there is no hotkey that is assigned to this, but I want there to be one. And so I'm going to click here on the shortcut, and Offset Path is going to be Command Option Shift O. Let's do that. And I'll tell you right here that it is currently being used by the spacing command. I don't care. So what I'm going to do is just let that happen. Oops.
Chat is suggesting you add an outline stroke live effect.
Oh, that could also work.
A great suggestion.
Yes.
Key's coming in hot with the good suggestions.
Yep. And I'm just going to name this. So I'm just doing a hotkey here. So now when I select my object right here, Control, Option, Shift, O, boom.
Nice.
So now we don't have to click through all of those different variations. We can just very easily boop, offset that path. And we are going to keep doing that just to get our little pattern in the background. This is actually going to end up getting really large.
A really big heart. What is it? From the Grinch, it grew 3 times?
It's going to grow, yeah. It's going to grow 3 times.
Was it more than 3? 3 seems?
Yes.
Not that many.
You know what we could do? Chat, we're spending too much time on this, but that's fine. I'm just going to do this at like 400. That's too big. We're going to do this at 300.
Whoa.
Just to like fill it out real quick so that we can see the effect. That's too much. I'm so mad. All right, chat, we're cheating. Chat, we're cheating. Don't tell anyone.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
It's scaling the stroke. That's weird. All right. It's looking fine. Sure. Whatever. Let's fill the rest with red.
Carol says you gotta have heart. Thanks, Carol. You're so right.
You gotta have heart. All right. So we have a little shape here. Not crazy about, not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's fine. All right. So let's work on some type. So here we want to have the powerful trio is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's create some type here. And I'm just going to do 3 type things.
Woohoo. Andy's in the chat. Hi, Andy.
And I think that it is like here in the other one. No, it goes the opposite way.
I don't have it.
I think it's this way.
Okay.
Okay. So
Do you
we're
want me
going
to find a reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go to fonts.adobe.com. And from here, we are going to find the right font for this. And I want something that's like bubbly and fun.
But
so
retro?
we can go to browse all. Yes, very retro.
Is this what you're looking for?
And yes, thank you. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, we are going to find, fun. Let's click on fun. And I'm not mad about this one. Let's see. I want something that's bubbly. So what we can do is we can come over here, and I definitely want something that's a sans serif. Yes. I want something that's a sans serif, and I want something that's a little chunkier like
I feel like
this.
even, okay, you're under fun. Next to fun is funky.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Let's
I
look
feel
at
like
funky.
funky could be the right answer.
Yep.
Also, Aaron joined us in chat, and Alessandra. Thanks for joining, you guys. We're excited you're here.
Hello, everyone.
We're doing, or I'm not doing anything. I am watching Andrew make some. Oh, that could be it. I feel like
This one?
Yeah, a little bit.
The little counters
Look at
are
the
weird.
E.
Oh,
It's
you're
not
right.
terribly wrong.
You're right. All right, we're doing it. So we're going to do Droog is going to be the font that we use for today.
And
Let's
Andrew's
do it.
making some really fun title cards with type effects and the effects panel in Illustrator. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're going to type in Droog here, and it should sync in just a second. It's going to take a minute to sync this. No results found. False.
I feel like it takes, 30 seconds or something, which seems like forever when you're ready to go.
Yeah, right? All right.
But it is very fast in
Yep.
the reality of it.
Give us a second, chat. We are going to turn on library syncing. There we go. All right, this is going to give us just a second. Droog. I might need to restart Illustrator.
Cody just dropped a link to fonts.adobe.com, so that's perfect.
Thanks, Cody. All right, we need to restart Illustrator.
It's
Chat.
not syncing?
No.
Oh no.
Hold on, chat.
No worries.
We got this. Powerful.
Powerful trio.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's try one more time just to make sure.
I feel like it's there. It's gonna happen.
Oh.
Whenever it pauses, you know it's updating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
All right.
Wait, it's fun.
It's fun.
Why does the U have a counter?
I don't know, but I'm gonna take it out.
That's strange, yeah. And if you're not familiar with type words, counter means the part of the letter that's punched out or the space in it.
Yes.
So the U doesn't typically have that, like an O or an R. So it's a little interesting that it's there.
All right, so we are going to add a bunch of different effects to this type, and that is going to make it so that we can use this in a bunch of different ways. So we're going to select all of this type here. That's the correct answer. We're going to select all of this type, and then we are going to go over to the appearance panel right here, and then we're going to start kind of playing around with different effects. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to add in a fill. So we're going to actually take the fill off of our text right here by just changing it to nothing. And I use the slash to do that. And then we are going to add a fill. We want to add everything here in our panel. So we're going to do like let's do pink. And we're going to do retro here. So again, I like working with like weird colors and then going back and using generative Recolor to find some like actually good colors here. So we got this here. Now we're going to start adding in some effects. And the first effect that I want to do is to do like a little stroke. And I'm gonna make a copy of this because we actually need to do this as an outline, and then we'll come back and apply it to the live type.
I was curious if you were gonna outline your type or not.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're gonna Control-Shift-O to outline everything. And then I'm gonna hit Command-8 to make it a compound path. And what that does is it just makes it so that we can work with it all at the same time. This will be easier to set up our graphic style, and then we can use the graphic style in other ways.
That was a good shortcut. Command-8?
Yes.
Okay.
Control or Command-8. All right, so the first thing we want to do is I want to add on like a stroke to this and a little bit of a shear to this. So I'm going to go to Add New Effect, and then we are going to go to Distort and Transform, and we are going to do... do I want to do that? I think I do. And then we're going to go to Transform. So here we should be able to move scale horizontal. Not what I want. I want to shear. Okay, let's do it another way. Effect, we can go to Distort and Transform. We can do Tweak, zigzag. Let's do free distort.
I never know.
Should
Oh, that's
allow
fun.
us, yes, to just pull it out a little bit so we have this kind of like rhombus of a shape. That's what it's called, right? Rhombus?
Rhombus. I think so. I never know where shear is.
Boom. So now we have that nice little like tilt.
Yeah.
And the reason we're doing that is we want to keep it all in the panel, right? All here in the properties panel. So with that, we now have the powerful trio. We're going to select this one more time and we're going to add in a stroke here. So we're going to add a new stroke, and that stroke is going to be a black stroke. And you can see that right now that effect was actually applied to the fill. We'll go back and we'll fix this. So we're going to add a stroke. We want a pretty thick stroke.
And you're leaving it like that, not on the effect.
Yeah, I'm going to fix it right now.
Okay.
So we're going to go up and we need to select the top part, which is the compound path. And then we are going to do that free distort, and it will apply to the whole thing because right now I just did it wrong. Boom. Why? Why are you not applying to the whole thing? Oh, chat. Why?
I think you need to click into the appearance.
Actually, let me drag this up here. Hold on.
Move just a little bit.
Free distort. It should be doing the whole thing. Free distort. Why would you not be doing the whole thing? Okay. Hold, please. Yes. Is there one already applied? Yes, there is. Okay, maybe that was why. Stop it, stop it. Okay.
We're back to the square one, which is safe.
We're back to square one, chat. And this is not super important, but...
So why we were seeing two different ones is because you have the shape and then the effect that's applied on it. So it always maintains it until you expand the appearance. It always maintains that it has the original effect to it, so you could turn that on or off. So that's why we were seeing like double at one point. And then you would just expand that to bring those two together.
Please, 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 please. Everyone. There we go.
Woohoo!
We applied it to the whole thing. All right, I'm actually going to do that at the end.
But it's still just an effect, right? So like it's not like
Yes.
permanent on there, and that's again why you're seeing those two versions.
Yep. So this one, I think I want to be... No, it's okay. I want to be like very intense on the outline.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is we are just going to increase this one quite a bit.
And you're increasing the stroke.
Yep.
Nice.
And now I want to do a stroke that is white all around it, and then a little one that's black.
Nice. Are you going to do a stroke on a stroke?
Yes.
Woo!
So let's imagine that this is on a background. So let's put this color on here.
Nice.
Sure. Not great colors, but we'll take it. Now we want to do a little extra stroke. So we're going to go here. Oops.
Andy and Aaron are suggesting Papyrus and Comic Sans. So if you...
Y'all can leave. Okay.
We love you, chat. He doesn't mean that.
Yeah, it's true. So again, we want to pay attention to the order. We want to make sure that the white stroke is right behind, and then we're going to add in just a little bit of that.
Oh, that's already, so much more fun.
And then we want one more stroke here that is going to be another black stroke. And
never underestimate the small details.
Yes.
Already so fun.
Wait, this is so fun.
Okay, there's like also these three little icons. I don't know if you want to use your heart there. You don't have to do the icons, but I think it could be fun. Okay,
so what we're doing is, because this is all applied here to a compound path, what we can do is I think we can add it. Yeah, so look, we can add in shapes, and as we add in these shapes, it's going to keep applying that effect.
Okay, wait, how did you do that? You clicked into the shape?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's delete this, and you'll see
Show
here,
me again.
all of these effects are applied to this compound path. So when you go in and start changing the compound path.
I can't talk today either.
My goodness. It is going to create that for you, which is really cool.
That's so cool. So by going in, he's double clicking on that, and then now he's within the compound path.
Yep. And I already have a heart here somewhere, right?
Over there. Yeah.
Did I have an outlined one?
I think you deleted it because we got scared.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead. Objects. Expand appearance.
Behance chat is going crazy. They say the ultimate combo, comic papyrus. The world's not ready, Shauna, but we appreciate your idea.
All right, so we're gonna come in here. We're gonna double click in, and now when I add this, it's a compound path, so it is trying to like compound the compound path.
And compound interest is always something I'm not sure about. So.
Right. And I'm not mad about just a little heart here.
I'm not either. Should it be? I was gonna say, should it be an outline so it doesn't look like a shape? You know what I'm saying, or like a letter, but I
What do you mean?
don't.
Oh.
Like because it's filled,
yeah,
it feels
let's
like it's
just
a
do a couple
shape.
of them,
Or maybe make it
and
tiny.
that way-
Yeah. Smart. Okay, the overlaps I'm not mad about.
Yeah, the overlaps are really fun. The powerful trio. All right, I'm not mad about this.
I dare say I'm happy about this. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Yes. Kind of cute, kind of fun. So something we can do is like with this stroke that's happening here, it's a little bit too much. And so I can actually change the meter limit. And what that basically means is that it's going to cut off that bottom point a little bit. That might get wonky with all these effects. So I'm just going to round out these a little bit because I want it to be bubbly.
More bubbles.
Boom.
So fun. Iconic.
Yay!
Okay, you have to get rid of that counter though on the U. It's so confusing.
Okay, we hate
You
the
don't
U.
have to. It's your life and your design, but
Gone.
it's bothering me. Why does
Okay.
the W have one? So strange. Little eyes.
Not anymore.
Goodbye.
And I'm just using the direct selection tool there, which is
Yeah.
A. It's the little white arrow.
Arrow.
All right, so we have the powerful trio from here. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy just because I have one that I actually like. From here, we're going to try to add in that free distort effect. So we're gonna go to transform. Nope, we're going to go to effects, distort and transform, free distort, and then just move it a little bit.
Ooh, Carol says that we need to save our file. Have we saved our file yet?
No.
Thank you, Carol. Always looking out for us.
Thanks, Carol.
Is free distort new or I just have never used it?
You just probably never used it.
Fair enough.
All right.
The truth be told.
Not enough. Transform, free distort. Let's give it like a really intense kind of.
Cody's asking, is this a Powerpuff Girls poster? And to that we would say, this is the powerful trio.
This is the powerful trio.
But you might be onto something.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
All right, powerful trio. We did it.
Woo!
So we've got our cool kind of sheer. We have all of our effects, and it's looking great.
And by sheer, you mean like this diagonal, not sheer as in like transparent,
Yes.
but sheer is this kind of like tilty italic situation.
Yes. Now, chat, are you ready for the magic? Now, we have this. All we need to do is hit plus, and that is going to add in a graphic style for us,
Whoa.
right? And what that does is it just saves all of these appearance settings that we've created right here into the graphic styles. So let's say that we have the powerful trio, but the powerful trio actually has a companion trio. And that companion trio is called, chat, I need a name.
The strong-willed
Yes, let's do that. Okay, the strong-willed.
bunch.
The strong-willed bunch. Love it.
Again, not the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, no, it's totally the strong-willed bunch. And this one, what we're gonna do is, okay, this is live type. Ready? All I need to do is come to my graphic styles that I just saved.
I'm so ready.
And you can see
with
this
the click,
little button.
Yeah. You did it.
Okay, so it's totally broken, but it's not totally broken.
Only
The
partially.
reason that it's not working is because we set it up wrong. So let's go ahead and look at our appearance panel and see, chat, if you did this, you're like, wait, why is it not working? Okay, let's mentally take it through. We look at our appearance panel. What do we see at the top?
I can't read that far.
Okay, here, look here. What do you see at the top?
A stroke.
Yes, so there's a stroke at the top. Then under that is a white stroke. So let's look at our type, and we see on the very top is a black stroke, right? It's cutting off part of that
right,
letter.
right.
Then a white stroke, then a thick black stroke, and then the pink is all the way in the back, which is our fill. So all we need to do is grab this fill and bring it all the way up.
Can you edit? Oh, wow. And so does that permanently edit the graphic style?
No, but we can go in and change the graphic style if we
Let's
wanted to.
do
We could
that.
just save it. And so all we need to do is just come in here and save a new graphic style right there. Boom. Pretty magic, right?
Aaron said, and the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd goes wild. So
Gets
it
it.
does look a little bit wonky, and I think the reason for that is that it's not grouped. So let me try this one more time.
Which I feel like this happens as if you're not having this as one object, right? It like continually applies the slant to 3 different ones, and it gets kind of crazier each time.
Yep. So I'm going to delete this graphic style
Just
right
the
here.
rules, yeah.
And then go ahead and change this graphic style here so that the fill is on top. Let's see if this works, chat. It might be a little bit wonky,
I'm confident.
but it also might work. All right, with it grouped into one
Strong will
group.
bunch. Woo! Wow. Clap clapping for yourself is really important.
There we go. So if you apply it to a group, it will apply the whole thing. And now we have this great little kind of different look. So let's go ahead and find a different color scheme. Actually, let's just change the color here. And we can do that, again, simply by changing that fill. Maybe we want it to be a blue.
Chat said, way to go. They're proud of you. They're clapping for you, I'm sure.
Thanks, chat.
To their screens, respectively.
Chat, what happened? Why can I not change the fill? Yeah? There we go. Got it. Just had to click in.
It was strong will, probably, you know?
Yes.
Wait, the blue is really fun.
The blue is really fun. I like it.
I like it.
Cool. So now that is live type. So if I needed to come in here, and let's say that instead of the bunch, we wanted the gang, we could simply...
Nice. Ooh, that's a fun G. Who gave that G permission to be that fun?
Boom. It's pretty cool. And if we wanted to change any of the type settings, maybe we want it a little bit closer.
Yeah, there's a weird space happening. Oh.
We can do it here. Maybe if we want to right here. And then here's a little hack. This is my favorite little hack. If you were doing a graphic style like this and it looks kind of weird, right, that we have like this space right here, what you can do is just click into your path. We'll come down here, and I'm just going to grab like the rectangle tool, or we could grab the circle tool. Make sure that both of these are set to nothing.
Nothing.
And then you're just going to make a little shape. What is going on?
I think because it's sheared. Are you inside the path?
I'm not far enough into the path. It's adding in
a shape and then applying the...
Yes.
But you fixed it.
I did
now
fix
there's a polka dot.
I did fix it. But in theory, you could go in here and you could change that.
Or you could just do it outside of the shape too.
You know what? Actually,
safer.
hold on. No, let's
Andrew's
cheat
not
this.
taking that as an answer. He's going to fix it.
Yeah. So if something is not the color you want, you can hold shift and then find the gray color that you want.
What?
Hold on. I'll show you
Say
that
more.
in a second. Yeah. Let me get the actual gray that I
I
want
truly
here.
do need to take notes when I'm on stream because there's so many just like little hacks that are so like time saving.
Yes. Why can I not find this color? I need this exact black, please. Yes. Okay. Literally, just give me the...
Let me do this.
Let me do this. Let me have this.
So why he's saying two shapes again is because we have a shape with an appearance on it, and so the appearance is making it like super far away, even though the shape is actually right there in the circle.
Yeah, we're deleting it. Okay.
And that's magic
Wait,
in Adobe Illustrator.
Wait, I can fix this. Done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh.
No, okay, it has a white
'cause it has
stroke
a
on
stroke
it. It has a
on
white
it.
stroke on it. Okay, that's fine. What was the thing that I just said I was going to show you?
Something about like a shortcut for eyedropper, but not.
Oh, yeah. So if you have a shape chat.
I have a shape.
So let's say that we have a shape and we have a stroke on it. And we have a fill on it.
I can't see the stroke because we're so zoomed out.
Okay, I got you.
Could you zoom in for my old eyes? Oh, perfect.
Okay. So let's say that you have another shape that you've created.
I have so many shapes.
That is like just one color. So it doesn't have a stroke on it.
Boring.
And it is this blue color, right? And I'm like, I want it to be this like outside blue color. So with this selected, if you use the eyedropper tool, it's going to grab both of those.
Right.
So it's going to grab all the effects.
I didn't want that.
If you hold shift, it is just going to pick up whatever color you click on.
What?
So you can click on red, you can click on blue, you can click probably up here, and it's going to pick up whatever color it's hovering over.
So within the eyedropper tool, there's like a secret menu.
Yep, you just hold shift.
Who knew?
Easy.
Love
and you
that.
can do it on the stroke or the fill. All right, so we have our awesome, like, the Strong Will Gang.
Okay.
Love it. Big fan. What I'm going to do now is I want to create, like, this swooshing effect.
Swoosh.
Right? You know how, like,
Yeah.
it's, like, flying? And so we're going to grab the Strong Will Gang, because I think that that is, like, the funnest version of this.
It's, like, cool in the gang.
Yeah, we're going to scale it down, and then I'm just going to align it here.
When you read this, what voice are you hearing in your mind?
The Strong Will Game!
Yeah,
That's
me
it,
too.
yeah. All right, and somebody's saying double click on the eyedropper and see what happens. Ooh, look at all the
What?
settings. Ooh, you can ask it, you can tell it what it picks up. Okay, so this is like a version of that if you wanted
Computer,
to
that was
copy other
crazy.
things, you could do it right there. Awesome.
Cody loves a good swoosh. Yep.
All right, so what I'm going to do here is we are just going to create a color backdrop.
As one does.
And I think like pink and blue
Wait,
is not...
it's really fun. Don't change it.
Yeah, it's not a bad combo. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create some blends. And those blends are going to give us that like flying effect. And so super easy way to do this is to just grab, wait.
What are we looking at?
An idea.
I see.
We can do this a different way, but we're not going to. Okay, so.
Goodbye idea.
Yeah. All right, what we're going to do is we are just going to grab, I think like a little bit of a darker pink here.
Okay.
Something subtle.
Yeah.
And then we are going to grab another circle, pull it way out, and make it just the background color. So now with these two selected, we're going to go to Object, Blend, Make.
Whoa.
Boom.
Swoosh, indeed.
Right? We got that cool little swoosh here. Not mad about it.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. So what we can do even better is we're going to bring this down because it was a little bit too big for me. And what we're going to do is we are going to select this.
Okay.
And we are just going to go to our... Yes, we're going to go to Object, Expand. And then I was going to expand this into like a bunch of different shapes, which is fine.
And now your computer cries.
And now we are going to hit plus and then create a new scatter brush. So we're going to hit OK. And then the size, we are going to go to random. You can either be 100%, but we're going to do maybe 150%, or it can be as little as like 70% of that. Spacing, we are going to do random, and here we can kind of just adjust these, and we'll adjust these kind of once we actually apply the effect. Scatter, random, just really, really soft on these. Rotation, fixed. No rotation. We just want kind of swooshes around. So we're going to hit OK here, and now we have a custom brush. So I can come down here, and we are just going to grab the brush tool, and I'm going to kind of just like scatter over this.
Chat. If you are like not looking at your window right now, it's just like playing in the background, I need you to come back. I need you to see what just happened because that was crazy.
Right? Kind of fun. So
super fun.
I like this. And then if we wanted to, we could like add another version of it and then change the color. So what's happening here is when we created that brush, we can actually go up here and you'll see that we have the scatter brush right here. We made it in one color. In theory, we could change it to do some different like tints and hues and stuff. I don't necessarily want to do that right now. I'd have to outline it. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to, again, scribble over this.
And the magic.
And magic.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
Why did you not make that, the blend into a compound path? Why did you leave the shapes like individual? Is there a reason to the madness?
No.
Okay.
In theory, you could just create a gradient here of that shape.
That's
the blend,
true.
The blend is just easier to do, I think.
But the fact that you didn't turn that into a compound path, like there's a bunch of, I would just think that would use like more processing, but
yes.
But it seems to be working fine, so there's no question. I just was wondering if there was a reason.
Yes,
okay.
And I'm not loving. I'm actually just going to kind of paint these in with a bunch of different strokes.
And so it's doing random sizing, random placement.
Yeah.
But fixed orientation, so it's not going to be like shifted, right?
Yes. I'm going to kind of just play around with where I want these. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I am going to put everything just in a clipping mask right here, just so we have it. Boom. Strongwell Gang needs to come to the front.
To the front.
So we're going to pull that up there. Okay, so we've got our little swooshes. This is looking so fun. And then what I'm going to do...
I think it needs a shadow or something.
I think it needs a shadow.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Just like something, because it's soaring. So like, whereas like, it's like...
Yes. What I need, what I want to do is I want to put on the... Oh, no, I have an idea.
Oh my gosh.
I have a really good idea. Okay, cool. So what I can do is, let's say that we want this to have a long shadow. And a lot of you would create a long shadow using like a blend or using something that like...
I would do it that way. But not today.
Wrong.
Wrong.
We're going to come back to our appearance panel. This one's super easy, actually.
Super.
And all we're going to do is find this stroke that's in the background. We're going to click here, and this is the stroke that's in the very, very back. So we're going to click on this stroke. We're going to go to Effect. We are going to go to Distort and Transform. We're going to go to Transform. And then from here, we're going to move it 1 pixel horizontal, that way. 1 pixel vertical, that way. And then we are going to type in how many copies we want. And here we want 30 copies of it.
How did you know 30? You just knew.
I just kind of guessed. So we wanted to, if we wanted to have this go all the way off the screen, we could do like 80. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, super.
So now we have this nice little shadow.
Wow.
That kind of gives us a little bit more of a look. Now, if I wanted to, these colors are different. These are different
Yeah,
blacks.
you have like a light gray.
There we go.
You have 90% black.
Yes. Okay, so if I wanted to, I'm going to make promises to you that I don't know if I can keep. But what I could do is we're going to grab this blue. We're going to make this background maybe a little bit of a darker blue, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll do another.
I don't know the vision, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, love it. Wow.
You're getting there.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another stroke and then another transform. Now, I'm not fully confident this is going to work, but what I think I can do here is I just duplicated this by selecting it and hitting new stroke.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. That's not what oops. I want to duplicate it by selecting this and then hitting the plus button right here. And that will give me an actual duplication with the transform on it still. And I think if I increase this, it's just going to give us a little bit more. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right, so now we're adding on another one. So this is how you do that really cool, like, long shadow effect, is just continuing to stack these. So then we're going to do one more stroke, and this one's going to go to, like, an even darker blue. And then we'll increase this one to, like, 90.
Evelyn is asking, will this tutorial be available for review? And yes, all streams are available for replay on YouTube, so definitely check it out.
Definitely.
There's a lot of things that are going on here, so I would go back and watch it.
There's a lot happening, so
there's a lot of shortcuts, a lot of knowledge being just shared with us.
Will this continue to work? Yeah. So it's gonna keep giving you those moves, and this one still has the transform on it. Yeah. So yeah, you can keep adding different effects. I don't necessarily want all that. I actually don't like the bottom two that we added. So I'm going to take those off, but I'm not mad about that blue. If we wanted to do a different angle, so let's say that we want it to go the opposite way.
I do.
We could do that very easily by coming in here to transform, and then we're just going to change this to negatives.
What?
And you can actually play around with this for like what works for you. That's probably the best, right? That angle is matching pretty well. I think maybe 1.5.
Do the swooshies in the background need to go like the other way?
I think so.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
I think so. We're going to take this down a little bit. It's a little thick for me. So 30 looks good.
I need like a physicist to confirm, are these directions accurate?
Right.
Is the speed right?
And then let's go ahead and just select everything that is those little strokes.
You can even rotate the clipping mask, right? Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, they're not going to rotate. And the reason they're not going to rotate is because the brush is not rotatable. But what I can do is I can actually just go ahead and go to Object. We can expand these, and now we got a whole bunch of stuff. What's the angle here? Is it there?
What's your angle?
Yeah, what's your angle here? I think it's there. Right?
Yeah. Now it's like, now we're going somewhere. We're not just like commuting. We have a destination.
Okay, cool. So we've got the awesome, fun
Strong Will Gang.
Fly. Strong Will Gang. And what we do need is we need to include the episode title. So I like this effect right here. And what I'm going to do is I want to add in the episode title. So I want to make a copy of this type down here. I'm probably going to scale it down. And then what do we want our episode? What is our Strong Will Gang going to do today? What's the episode title?
Contradicting opinions. That's too long.
We could do that.
I'm like, what's strong
How do you
willed?
spell it?
CONTRACT. Right? No, No, it's...
Dicting. Okay.
If I'm not typing, I can't spell.
Opinions.
That's so long.
I'm a fan. All right.
Strong Will Gang contradicting.
We are gonna shrink this down a little bit because it's a bit much.
We are in a spelling bee, in case you didn't know.
All right, I'm not mad about it. It's a lot, but I'm not mad about it. Let's see if we can change the color of this type. Yeah, so let's change this to maybe a green. I'm not mad about that. All right, so welcome to the Strong Will Gang, the episode Contradicting Opinions. Oh,
We're feeling in a mood this morning.
so much happens. All right, so let's go ahead and do some different color variations here. And we're going to select our just entire art. I'm going to make a copy of it to bring it down here. And then we are going to go to Edit, Edit Colors, and Recolor Artwork. And then we are going to Generative Recolor. And here, let's go ahead and do like ghostly... let's do ghost.
Right, contradicting opinions. I just need to know what it is. I'm just kidding.
Glowing. Oh, let's do that.
You're kidding.
Contradicting opinions. So I actually love doing this with any of the Adobe Firefly based tools. Is just typing in gibberish and seeing what happens. So let's see. I mean, these are not bad.
It's nice and holiday or like fall themed as well. So I don't know how it knew, but
Yep. So we can do like maybe retro 70s
opinions.
Right. Opinions. No, we don't want retro 70s opinions.
Actually, you're right.
All right, so from there, let's see what retro 70s we got.
Peter is suggesting some alternate episodes for us. Win any argument, the Strong Will Gang, or how to get the raise you want, the Strong Will Gang.
Okay.
So stay tuned, guys.
So I want like brown, pink, orange, grapefruit. And let's see what happens here. I'm going to do one more hack for y'all after I find it. Oh.
Sir?
No. I liked one down here. One of the originals that we had. This one. I like this one a lot. I think this one's pretty fun. So something else that we can do is we can go to color.adobe.com.
I do like color.adobe.com.
It's pretty good. And we can go to Explore right here, and then we can find some vibes. So let's do like 70s retro.
Yeah. And so how did these colors come to be on color.adobe.com?
I cannot answer that for you because I don't know.
Because I think individual people upload them, is my understanding. Chat, if you know the answer, if you have made a color library on color.adobe.com, link us.
Please do. So I'm going to add to library, and this is just going to add us to the brand library. It's set as my default.
Wait, this one's so cool. Wait,
Which
go
one?
back. Look at that.
Okay, cool. So we're going to add this to
I just like the
a
graphic,
library.
honestly. It's so fun. It feels on brand for what we're doing.
Oh yeah, and this one only works because it's on black, but let's try
Right.
it. So what we can do is we're just going to make another copy of this.
Contradicting opinions.
And
What
then
a
we're going to
Thursday.
go to our libraries, and I'm going to find brands right here. And you can see we added these color themes. So this popsicle drips, I don't know where this came from, but I've used it in the past. We're going to add
Love
this
it.
theme to the swatches, and I'm just going to add each of these themes to the swatches. And here's a little hack. If you have a color palette in your swatches, all you need to do with your art selected is, boom, double click.
Wow, Jack had an answer for us. When you add a color palette in the Create menu, it gives you the option to share the color themes. It's checked on by default.
Oh,
Wow.
thanks, Jack.
Jack, you know everything. I'm convinced.
Okay, so that is looking not too bad.
It's pretty fun, except the swooshies in the background now look like elements, I guess.
Not great, yes. But what we can
It's
do
like a gummy worm.
is we can actually just change the color order.
Oh,
So
great.
I do want to keep, let's try it. So you can click right here to randomly change color order, and it will keep cycling through different color variations
Not that one.
until you find something that you really like.
Whoa.
Not mad about it. Oh, that one's fun.
It's very fun.
Yeah. Also, what is this gray?
Where did she come from?
Get out of here.
Girl, bye.
There we go. Okay, not mad about that. That's kind of fun.
It's really fun.
Okay, so let's do one more with our other palette. And in theory, if these were gradients, it would fix and fill the gradients, but we left them as like
Shapes.
unique shapes. Yeah.
So unique.
So unique. All right,
Felicia
so let's
says
do...
that they like this one best.
Yes. Okay, not crazy about that. We can cycle through until
That
we find
is
one.
very retro fun, though. Ooh.
And something that we can do, so like, I'll find one that I like.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very Neapolitan,
Yeah, but in a candy way.
but in a candy way. It's very candy
Oh, I was thinking
Neapolitan.
Metropolitan.
Oh, yes.
Very
Neapolitan is
Metropolitan.
like ice cream.
Yes.
So what we can do is, like this pink, I don't want it to be on the shadow. I want it to be on this light one.
Right.
And so I can actually reorder these manually. So I'm going to pull this
Like
up
that.
here and move that around. So you can see that I can kind of play around with where I want these to land And I think that one is looking really fun. The Strong Will Gang, contradicting opinions. I love it.
Catch our episodes.
Catch our episodes. Okay, so those are those things. Let me look at my post-it note. We got like 10 minutes left.
Oh, I have not been watching time. Yep, 10 minutes left. You're right.
I know what we can do.
Have contradicting opinions. You go first.
Okay. Oh, here's my contradicting opinion. Chat, you can fight me on this one. Kelly Clarkson is the best singer of our generation. That's it. That's it.
Am I allowed to fight you on that?
Yeah.
Just chat.
Yep. Nope. I'd put Kelly above Whitney Houston. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop in here.
And that's the episode.
And that's the episode. Thanks, everyone. Andrew's canceled now, and that's fine. All right, so we're going to grab...
Don said next episode.
We're going to grab our powerful trio here, and we're going to do some fun stuff.
Wait, who's in the powerful trio then? It's going to be Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, yeah. Kelly Clarkson. Powerful trio.
Who else?
Celine Dion.
Okay.
And then we have probably Whitney.
Okay, she can come back for this one.
Yeah, those are probably top three.
Generous of you.
Yeah, Mariah's not in there. Okay, so...
Bae is crying.
I like that I didn't need to make an enemy, but I did. Okay, so let's go ahead, and with this selected, what we're going to do, we're going to try something, chat. This is not going to work, but if it does, I'm going to be excited. Is we are going to go ahead and select all of our stuff right, with the compound path up here in the appearance panel. And then we're going to go to effects, and we are going to go to 3D materials and inflate. If this works...
I feel like this needed to be a compound shape.
Oh, I should have saved it. Oh, I should have saved it.
Carol, we didn't listen.
Okay, cool.
Oh, what did it say?
We've hit a roadblock. There's not enough RAM.
Yeah, because you're doing too many things at one time.
Okay, cool.
If you make it a compound shape, it should do it.
Is this going to crash? Okay, hold on. Okay. Here we go. Let's save.
Yes. Chat is asking, why didn't you expand the vector?
Okay.
Jack said rip.
Yes. I was trying. So the reason I didn't expand the vector is because I was trying to keep it all like in the appearance panel so I could use a graphic style. But in this one, indeed, we are going to
Sometimes you
expand
can't have it all.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So let's go in here. Let's do 3D materials. Let's go ahead and
Wait, can you save
it.
first?
I saved.
Okay. I missed that. Chat is here with you.
Oh no. Is my computer just like full?
Your computer said help. Why are you asking me to do this? Maybe just bring the letters out. Maybe all the paths are too much. Yeah, maybe isolate oh, but it is 3D. Look, it has the little...
Yeah, but it's not rendered.
It said, please stop asking me.
Chat. This is crazy. I've never had this happen.
Oh,
okay.
No. This is a dark Thursday.
This is Dark Thursday. I'm going to need to look at what's happening with my computer.
Aaron said Whitney is haunting you.
Yeah, right? This is revenge. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and close. I'm going to save our powerful, and then I'm going to close it, and that'll free up some RAM.
That's true. You did have a lot. You know what? Oh. What was
Secret.
that?
That was a secret.
Curse of Mariah.
This is not that crazy.
No, it's not. You know what I think it is? I think it is the brush, the scatter brush with all of the shapes. It was not. I was hopeful. Maybe just, can you combine that whole, oh no, you can't combine that whole thing.
Chat, this is crazy. Okay.
Try just the letters.
Yeah.
Please. Ooh, okay.
Sure.
We'll take what we can get.
We'll take what we can get. So we have a nice little bubble letter here. This is actually really fun.
You know what this reminds me of? Is like when you watched a 2D cartoon as a kid and then they bring it back in the weird 3D and you're like, huh?
Yes.
Did you see it like SpongeBob they did that? But yours is cool. Don't worry.
Thanks. Okay, it worked. I just had to select it all.
Huh.
Weird. So you
Wait,
can see,
it's really fun.
It's really fun. It's like really fun.
Mariah's back in the powerful trio.
So what I could do is, let's say that I wanted this to have like a little bit of a different material. I could come to materials here, and then let's see what I got.
Honeycomb? What was that?
Fire.
That one.
Yeah, it's fire. Burning coals.
Burning coals, excuse me.
So let's say marble paint. I like this one. I can click, and it will start to apply. Right?
This is when they go geocaching, or like they go mining, and they found some.
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay, that's like metallic. That's a little crazy, but that's fine.
Now they're making jewelry. This is a ring setting.
Yes. Okay, let's do this. It's like painted marble or something. So if you want to repeat, increasing the repeat is going to make it just like a little more, like smaller. What is this? creased paper.
This is how real designers say it. You get really close to your computer.
Yeah.
Like, what does that say?
Oh, should we put it comet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're flying, so that makes sense.
Yep. Well, that made it like stone.
Oh my gosh, you're
which I
doing
think-
so many different materials.
Yeah. This is my computer screaming. It's like, Andrew, please stop.
It's been tortured. Oh my gosh.
All right.
It's giving luxury countertop.
This is so good. So the cool thing about this is that yes, it is indeed 3D, and we could, if we wanted to, rotate these elements. This is gonna murder my computer.
I'm not confident.
Powerful trio. Or if we wanted to, we could go to object and we could like increase the like depth on this. There's a lot that we could do, but this is.
You have 5 minutes left, so.
I have 5 minutes left.
You could.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, more secrets.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna undo all that we just did.
Also, I feel like I got really loud. I just started sitting under the microphone, so I apologize if I got so loud, chat.
Hello.
Do you guys like that? What do you
right.
think of this design?
I'm gonna undo. I guess I could undo all of it, right? Because this is.
Ooh.
Okay, no, come back.
Key said, is this the one episode where they reminisce about events in the previous episodes? That does kind of feel like it with like the stone and the marble.
You're right.
A
Yes.
history lesson.
Yep. Okay, so let's grab the backgrounds.
I feel like you want to tell us about that file. The way you keep opening it.
I can. Okay, so what that is, if you're going to Adobe Max, we have some very special sticker sheets for you.
I'm
Sorry,
excited.
by sticker sheets, I mean custom tattoos.
Temporary, of course.
Yes.
To be clear, you're not getting tatted at Max. Well, maybe you are, but not directly at Max.
You could be, with the right attitude, you could get tattoos at Max. All right, we're going to put this in the background.
I feel like we need that disclaimer that's like, opinions shared on the show are not the view.
Come on, get a tattoo. Everyone's doing it. It's going to be fun.
It's not even a big decision. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, 3 minutes.
And counting.
Easy.
The powerful trio.
All right, the powerful trio. Let's go ahead and
Bevel.
yeah. Is it gonna work now? Oh, I need to close the other file. It's not gonna work because the other file's open. Yeah. Okay.
It's
In
like,
chat, I'm gonna be cleaning out my hard drive as we do this. Okay.
on the next stream, I'll be working and Andrew will just be organizing his hard drive. So.
Yeah. Please, the AMA is gonna be me organizing my hard drive. Let's see
Yeah,
if
be like, where
that
should I put this
closed.
file?
Okay, interesting. All right,
Excuse
that's
me.
fine. We'll just ungroup it. Okay, this one, I am actually just going to grab these two,
Fair enough.
and we are going to inflate these two.
The inflate is so fun.
Yeah.
Every time.
Okay,
It's
super
cute.
fun. Let's go ahead and change this color to be like a little less so that we have, there we go.
Yes.
I want just like a little bit of dimension on it.
Yep.
And then here we are going to change the perspective,
I
and
want
that's
this.
going to give us a little bit more. Go ahead.
I want this to be a puffy sticker. You know, like the puffy ones that you can like put on your notebook or something.
Yes.
That's all.
So this one we're going to pull the depth out, and that is going to make it so that now we have like this zooming effect, right? You can see in the background here.
Oh yeah.
And then let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's do this. A little more depth, a lot more perspective, and then we're going to change the lighting here.
Sounds like you're cooking.
Yes.
A little more depth.
Is we are going to add in some lights. We're going to change the color of these lights because we can add
Ooh.
as many different lights as we want.
Some stage lights.
Yep. So let's go ahead and do pink. I think that's great. And then let's add a blue. We're going to end up just adding the colors. Yes. And then add another light over here. And this one's going to be like a green.
Whoa. Chat is worried that your computer may catch on fire.
And
So
we'll be fine.
if I
chat.
scoot over a little bit, it's for my own safety.
Yep. And then we're going to go to materials here. And instead of doing anything, we're just going to bump metallic up all the way.
What?
And then roughness down. Actually,
They're going to a retro skate night. That's
there we
what's
go.
happening now.
Yes. Look at that, chat.
Wow.
Pretty fun. So
Give
I
us
zoom
the
in here.
recap.
Yeah, 3D right here in Adobe Illustrator. So recap, we created a bunch of graphic styles using Adobe Illustrator and stacking things with the appearance panel. And actually I'm gonna do this, Control Y. Look it. Chat.
Oh.
This is just, it's literally just text.
That's
you can
it.
see literally just text, and there's some blends happening in the background. But Command Y, look at all of that is done using the appearance panel right here. With this selected, you'll see, look at all that with a graphic style right there, Magic.
Amazing.
See you in the next
work.
stream. Yeah. So stick around. Emily, what are you going to be doing on the next stream?
We're going to be doing a fall bucket list and some graphing, if you can believe it or not, up next. And then we have, do you want to continue on?
Yeah, then we'll be hanging out and we'll be working with our friends Mike and Brittany, a special partnership showing you some of the integrations you can have in Adobe Express to be able to work better on social media and to leverage brand advocacy. Then at the end of the day, ask us anything at 12 o'clock with us. Any questions you have, any tools you have. And chat, we'll leave you with this. Here we go. This is going to be me opening for the ASMR. Here we go. See you on the next stream.
I thought it'd be really fun to design some products for my dog. This is Mosby, so here's my dog. I have some illustrations here that we're gonna work with for the first category here of treats. I used the shapes and then I went over to Pathfinder and I merged those shapes together. So I'm gonna do object path, offset path. Let's do -50. Yeah. So then I use the scissor tool to just disconnect that and make it its own little object here. And then I'm gonna round out these corners. So I'm gonna pull out all of the ones that are treat related over here. So hold shift to make a square. My dog loves cheese. He loves cheese so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Fishes, fill the cheese on your skin.
So I'm gonna highlight all of these and then I'm gonna go to object, pattern, make. If you drag here, it's gonna adjust like the entire pattern.
I
So let me
love
zoom
that.
out and we're like going crazy.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just moving these around. I'm feeling like it's decently balanced. So you can change the pattern. So you can do grid, you can do brick by row. Grid works for me. So I'm gonna just click out of it. I have my swatch highlighted and I have my fill set. Now if I drag this, we're just gonna have infinite pattern. Right? Okay, so now we're gonna do one on outdoors. So I'm gonna do a little sun. We are gonna use the star tool, pull these out to make that like very classic, like anti-scallop.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna arrange, send it back. I'm gonna highlight both of these by just dragging across, and I'm gonna do align to selection. Which one do you like better? Or we can do both, I guess.
We can do both. Look, you know what? In this life, I can't have everything I want, but in Illustrator, I can. All right?
Clip that. And then I'm gonna make some grass. I'm holding Option Shift, and I'm gonna do like a little effect. Or I think I need to do single. I always expand it. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. So object expand. I am making mud. And then I'm gonna do a similar thing and I'm gonna do some clouds. So I'm just using the circle tool.
Yes.
That it would be my suggestion is making sure that you're hitting like the inside middle of the shape. So even this guy is too long. So I'm gonna bring it to the middle of the shape. I'm gonna bring this guy down a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. And then we're gonna round out that corner and everyone is gonna be happy. I'm gonna give it a little face because it looks like a little like, perfect. People are getting faces now. Maybe I'll do just a little sparkle. Okay, a little shortcut as well. You can use the arrow tools if you're like holding the shape and it will change the points. So we're gonna highlight all of our objects. We're gonna go object, pattern, make. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna bring in, I think this food bowl. Okay, I'm gonna write Mosby. I'm gonna outline it by doing Command O just to make it into a shape because that's gonna be helpful for us. And then I'm gonna pull in some of these shapes from up here. Mockup works best or / only if you have an image and then you have vector graphics. So you can't be overlaying photos into photos in Illustrator. It really is for vectors.
Okay.
So I'm gonna click this and I'm gonna shift click my image is the word I was looking for. And I'm gonna click mockup. We can move it up and down and kind of position it where we want it. Cute.
Yes,
I think
that
it
is-
looks so fun.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just gonna bring the bed into here. We have both highlighted and then I'm gonna click mockup again. And it does a great job of like stretching it and moving it correctly, which is awesome.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Yes.
I have learned a lot, so I hope that y'all did.
All right, thanks
Thank
everyone.
you guys. Bye.
Hey everyone,
We're
welcome back and happy fall. Is it officially fall?
Yeah, it is. As of a few days ago.
It's officially fall. If you're getting ready for the spooky season, if you're getting ready for the fall season, if you're ready to get cozy, then this is the stream for you. I'm Andrew Hockrattle and
I'm Emily Poulin.
And we are going to be creating
fall things.
Yes. A fall vision board. It's kind of, I changed it from bucket list. We talked about it being a bucket list, but like we're hoping that we're all alive and thriving in winter.
That's true. Yeah. You're not kicking the bucket after.
Not kicking the bucket after this. So we're going to be creating a fall vision board and making some goals, and we'll be tracking those goals using
Express. Let me give you the vision of what I mean.
Give us the vision. Yeah, okay. Yes, give us the vision of the vision.
The fall vision of the vision is that we're going to be starting in Illustrator, and we are going to be building out some assets in a library, and then we're going to bring those into Express, and then we're going to create this a bucket list, a checklist, a vision board, if you will, of events that we want to do or activities that we want to do in the fall. And then I thought it'd be really fun if we could track those, because like a goal needs to be achievable and measurable, right? Is that like the phrase that they say for you to actually do it? So we're going to do some charts and graphs in Adobe Express, which is really awesome and exciting. And I just thought would be a really fun way
Measurable.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
So let's hop in, and where are we going to start? I think we're starting in Illustrator, right?
Yeah. Can you tell what this is?
This is a cloud.
You're right.
This is hold on. This is a long snail.
Yes.
A snail that's picked up a hermit crab's shell. Right? The little blob in the front, and then it has like the shell. Chat, let us know, what do you think that this is?
I'm scared. Actually, chat, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what it is.
Yeah, what is it?
It's not a snail. This is going to be a croissant, but I just wanted to show some features of how you can illustrate in Adobe Illustrator. Yeah.
A croissant.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay, so I have started to build out a library here, and I actually was going to like hide this so that you couldn't know the vibe we were going for. Yeah. Sorry for the secrets.
Yeah.
They're already there. I'm bad at keeping secrets, and that just proves it. But these are some colors that I've already built in my library here, and I built this library. I shared it with you, so eventually that you'll be able to collaborate with me on this. And then I'm gonna bring this into our swatches and show you that. And so let's just get started. A lot of saying what I'm gonna do, but let's see it.
Let's do.
Okay, so I am going to shift click these, and then I'm going to say, why is it gonna move these? Why would you do it that way?
What happened?
We started so strong. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
So highlight all of them, add to color swatches. So now that's going to be my swatch panel. And I'm going to draw inside this croissant here and give us some...
Ooh, how do we draw inside?
Great question. So I'm going to double click on my shape. And now that I'm on my shape, it's not going to let me do it. That's cool.
It is...
It's right here.
It's like a clipping mask or compound path or something.
Yeah, what are you doing here? Ungroup. Is it grouped with something?
Yeah, it was grouped with something random.
Guys, the way that we started so strong and then it stopped being strong. Oh, because I was drawing something.
Because you were already drawing inside.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay.
All the secrets came out.
Pretend that never happened. I know, I prepared and then it kind of backfired.
Yes.
So.
And the psychologist is taking notes now, I'm sure. Yeah, 100%. What do you see here?
Pizza. You're not wrong, Don.
Yeah.
Anything can be pizza. Okay. So now that I have my shape and everything is fine, we're going to draw inside the shape.
Okay.
So a normal workflow is you click the shape. Oh, actually, sorry. Let me change my color before I do this. Me really saying that it's gonna be fine, and then it gets crazy. Okay, so because my swatches are right here, I'm gonna use this yellow color. Hello. Okay, so I clicked in my swatch, and now you can see it is my fill here. Mm-hmm. And okay, at long last, click on the shape. Then you're gonna click this third icon right here.
Okay.
Draw inside, and I'm gonna draw inside since it suggested that I draw inside. And I'm gonna use my brush tool, and I'm gonna use my bracket tool to just make this bigger.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna it changed my color again. Why would you do that?
So, a hotkey.
What's the hotkey?
For you is just hit X.
When? Right now?
Just whenever, yeah. So hit X. And it's going to change between your stroke and your fill selected. So if you don't want to go back and click on it and you have a swatch, you can just hit X to bring the stroke or the fill to your selection.
Carol says do-over. Should we start from the top, Carol? Yeah. Should we just...
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Adobe Live. No. Okay.
And I'm having problems.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to draw in these lines here. And it looks like it's outside, but because I clicked the draw inside, it is going to draw inside the shape here. And I'm going to add these little highlights of where the little like folds of the croissant would be.
Butterfolds.
And the butterfolds. He's right. And you could be as sloppy or as perfect as you want to be with these. And I'm just going to kind of draw these little shapes here. And so it doesn't really matter. I could go all the way out here and you'll never know because it's in the shape. So I'm going to keep drawing these through here.
And hello, DKS Academy Live. Nice to see you. Welcome to the Adobe Live community. We are live every day from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come hang out with us.
And this is a croissant, in case you were wondering what you're
Yeah,
seeing.
in case you're wondering, this is a croissant.
In case you're feeling hungry, but you weren't sure, like, why, this is why.
I was already a little hungry before this stream, so.
I am too. Could we get some croissants in the stream?
Yeah.
Can we, like, TV magic this?
Yeah,
Like,
studio managers or anyone that's watching this stream, if you can have some croissants, please, sent to us, that would be great.
if you're in the San Francisco general
If you're
area,
in San-
could you
come
just make
to
that
the
happen?
studio and bring us croissants.
Okay, cool. So that was drawn size shapes. Eventually we got there. I'm going to pull from my library just so you can see a little bit of the style. So let me pull through these little socks because they're really cute. So there's like a little bit of shading that's happening here with these little dots. Or here, let me pull a better example. A little bit of shading. And I want to bring that shading to the shape so that it looks congruent and consistent with everything else. So
Yep.
I'm going to delete those. Those are just for reference for
How are
you.
we going to do that?
I'm just going to use the brush tool still because I want to keep that circle, or
Okay.
I could use the shape. But did you want to make me with like a scatter brush
Will
or
you
something?
create a scatter brush so easy, Emily?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, create a scatter brush, make it light gray.
Make this light gray?
Yep. Yeah, circle that's light gray, no stroke.
The stroke was an accident.
Yep. Okay, select arts. What happened?
Where'd it go?
Oh, yeah. So circle, great. Love it. Make it a little bit smaller, yeah. So now we're going to go with that
Let me
selected.
see with my reference size. Yeah, that looks right. Okay.
Yep. So with our selected, we can go up to the brush.
I don't want it to be gray. Can I change my color really fast?
No, you do want it to be gray.
Okay.
We'll reveal.
Okay, where am I
where it has the basic, right down right there.
Yes.
That one. Plus, scatter brush. Okay. And then all we need to do here is change the spacing to random and change the scatter to random. And then just pull them in and out like a little bit. So like 80 and 120. That one you want to stay fixed at 100.
You're right. I'm going to retype that 100.
So the size, we could do it so that they're all different, but
no,
for
I
what we're
want
doing,
them to
we're
be
all
the
the
same,
same. Yeah.
as we saw our...
Yep.
Oh, we got some croissants in the chat.
So yeah, 80,
Thanks,
120.
friends.
Oh, thank you for the croissants.
We're so hungry, chat.
Yes. So 80 and then 120 on the other side. So
Oh, on that
yeah, so you're
side.
basically designating that it will be random between 80% and 120%. And that's just the spacing of how far they are from each other. And then the scatter is how far they go off of the path that you create.
Oh.
So that'll give it a little bit of
Is
variance.
100% accurate then?
That one might be 90. No, you'll probably want to do like, because you want it to go so that they're not overlapping as much.
110?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so from there, we're going to hit OK. And then we can actually draw inside if we want. So we can come back to our draw inside, use that brush tool, and then go up and change our brush to the little dot right there, and then just brush it in. And we'll see how it works.
Whoa.
Okay, we can make some changes. So I'd brush in where we want it. And then we can change the settings.
Oh.
All right, cool. So with that selected,
That'll work.
we're going to go up to the brush tool again. Yep, right there. And then bottom left, I believe.
Should I double click it?
No. Oh, settings.
Options.
Options. There we go.
I did
and
it.
Then
The recipe
you
card.
can turn on preview, and then you'll be able to see as you move things around, like where you actually want it to be.
Perfect. Okay.
And the only reason we're doing this is like, yes, we could have done it a million different ways. But
My
the reason we're doing it
workflow
this
would have
way,
been slower.
well, and the reason
Or
we're
maybe
doing this is
faster.
because we're going to be using it a bunch of times. So like this might take a little bit longer once, but then
But
if we're
in the
doing shading
future-
or anything else, now we have a brush to shade
Are we just
with.
investing in our future?
We're investing in our
That's what we're
future.
doing on
Yeah.
Adobe Live, guys.
All right, so that looks pretty good, right?
I actually kind of like it, yeah. So I'm just messing around with it a little bit. This is giving the right amount of scatter that I'm looking for.
Yep.
Okay. The only thing is that I didn't want them to be gray.
Okay, that's fine.
Should I
So
just-
let's go ahead and click out. And the reason that we made them gray, if you select that brush path, now go to your settings, or sorry, go to appearance and change it to multiply.
Oh, okay. That was what I was thinking.
Yep.
I never do it here.
It's not appearance. Where is
Yeah.
it? Opacity, transparency, yeah.
Cute.
Yep. And now we have it, and that way you have a single brush
Oh, croissant.
you can use on any color, any illustration, and add that fun little shading.
Major. Okay.
We did it.
So I'm going to add this now to my library. So I'm just going to highlight this little guy and drag him on over here. And look, now it's in my library. I think there was another version. So here, I might edit this one. So this one also did not have, I actually don't like these little polka dots. Sometimes you think you have the vision and then it's just not the vision. So I'm gonna delete these guys and then I'm gonna use my brush again, right? Because my brush should
Yep.
be here.
100%.
My brush is not here because I opened an asset in a new page.
Yes. But what you can do
Should I just bring
is,
it back over there?
well, if you copy and paste that shape
back over here.
back over into
Yeah.
the new document, it actually will pick up the brush.
Perfect.
Oh, actually, other way. So try it the other way.
Oh, okay.
If you grab an element that has a brush on it and you paste it in, now you should have that brush. Yeah.
Magic. If I
Magic.
delete it, does it go away? No,
it's still there.
Wow.
And what's really cool, if we want to hop over to my screen, I'm going to make a promise that I'm not fully confident on. But if you want to hop over to my screen while you shade it, what I can do is, let me pull this libraries panel out so you all can see it a little bit better. Is I'm sharing this library with Emily, and we already have Croissant right here.
Croissant.
And so all I need to do is I can click and drag it out, right? And that's going to place it with this X. That means that any changes that Emily makes is going to update on this option. That's not what I want. What I want to do is I want the actual vectors. And all I need to do is hit Command or Control and hold it as I drag it out. Sorry, hold Option or Alt. And then as I drag this out, it is actually going to grab the vectors for me. So now I have all the vectors, and not only do I have the vectors, now I also have the brush.
You just have it all.
Magic. Yep. So you can really stack a lot using libraries. And again, if you want to pull out the actual vector to play around with, just hold Option as you drag that out. Magic.
Love it.
All right, back to shading.
So here we are. I worked a little bit on the placement, and I edited the brush specifically for this one as well. And then I'm going to go multiply. And so now it has that little graphic for us. And so I'm going to delete this one. Or if I save it, actually, I think it would update, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just.
Oh, that was cool to see it in real time.
Yeah. So I updated it here, and I hit Command S, and then it updated it for me over here.
Ooh. Okay. Do you have any more you need to shade?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you want to shade next?
I want to shade this little green leaf.
That
one.
Okay. Cool. So let's hop to my screen real quick.
Mine is facing down. No, it's a different one. Go down.
That one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this, and I'm just dragging that out of the library as a linked object. So not holding Alt, just dragging it out. And it's there. I'm taking my hands off the keyboard. No more hands on the keyboard at all.
You can say like this while I fix it. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in real quick so we can see it. Okay.
All right. Challenge
hands off
accepted.
the keyboard. And now let's hop to Emily's screen.
Should we split screen this?
Do we have a split screen, Studio Manager?
If not Studio Manager, we really still...
Woo! Split screen! Okay, let me line it up. Okay.
Okay,
so
cool. So
I have pulled out of the shared library this leaf. Emily.
I'm going to pull my screen over
yes,
so you can
Emily,
see this.
show us what you're going to do.
The way you're backing away.
I just got excited.
As if I was going to dance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my screen. I pulled it over a little bit. Oh, you still can't see it. Can you see it? No. I'm going to pull my screen over a little bit more. I'm working together here. Okay, so I'm going to double click this asset to go ahead and edit it. And I'm going to copy my croissant. Whoops. Hello, croissant. Command C, Command V to bring in that brush. You've done your service. Goodbye, croissant. I'm going to press the brush tool, or you can press B, and I'm going to click on my brush right here. Brush. And, sorry, let me use my mouse. Let me not be crazy. I'm just going to highlight this like bottom side of it. And this is too big, so I'm going to come back up here to my brush panel, recipe card, and I'm going to jump the size down a little bit. Oh.
You just need to turn preview on.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Preview. I'm going to bring the brush size down a little bit, and I'm just going to... Andrew's still doing nothing.
I'm still doing nothing.
You're doing so good at that.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
I'm an expert.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting too precious with this for all the things that we have going on. Okay, I'll just do that. That's fine. Okay, great. Click out. Whoops. Come back. I'm going to multiply this. Opacity. Multiply. Okay, moment of truth. Wait, I'm going to move it down. Great. I'm going to hit Command S. Save it. It's going to update here. And we're all going to hold our breath. Whoa, there it is.
Magic.
Very cool.
So
okay.
I didn't have to do anything because it's a linked object. When Emily double clicked into the library and changed that object, it will update everywhere that it is. And that means it is going to update everywhere that it's placed. Illustrator, Photoshop,
Express.
InDesign, Express, anywhere that a linked object is placed out of a library, when it's updated, it will update everywhere, hundreds of documents that you don't have to
Hundreds
change.
of thousands of all of them.
Hundreds of thousands of documents.
Cody said, goodbye, croissant, crying face. We feel the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's so funny that I said Express, right? Because I feel like we should go into Express.
It's weird. What a transition we set ourselves up for.
Okay, so I'm going to review really quick before I jump over to Express. Sorry about that. We have our color set, we have our illustrations, but man, if we're going to make something, we need some fonts, right? So just to get this one last piece, I like to start in Adobe Fonts because I like to preview them here, and I like the sorting features that are here. So I'm going to go on Adobe Fonts, I'm going to go to Browse All, and I'm going to find, I was looking at the word box Who knows why I was doing
Who knows?
that?
So if you work in branding or you have like design clients, you will know this, that like you open Adobe fonts and there's a random word in there and you're like,
what was I doing?
What project was I working on that I had the word like pudding as my testing word?
Pudding.
Yep.
Okay, I feel like I want something typewriter-y, maybe. I feel like that feels, like I think everyone uses a typewriter. Like everyone puts away their phones and then like brings out their typewriter for fall. So I really want to capture that essence for us. American typewriter, a classic. I'm just looking, or here, let me do fall, what did we say, vision board?
Yeah.
I'm not mad about this.
I'm not mad about it either. I was thinking that too.
You're holding it, okay.
It.
Nitty typewriter.
Go ahead and click into that because there are different options. So a lot of these have families, which means that there are different options in there.
What is here?
That's crazy.
Redacted.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, there's some fun ones in here. Sure, why
Okay,
not?
I'm not mad about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to add it to my actual font book, but I feel like if I just try it in Express, it's going to open it for me, which is cool.
Oh, I actually haven't seen that.
I haven't either.
Let's try it.
Here we go.
We're trying it together. Good luck, everybody.
It just chose a random thing.
That's so cool. So it adds it to your Express library, or it adds it into Adobe Express for you, and then it also makes a new document with it on there, and you can resize and do all that, but it puts the text onto a sheet for you. That's really cool. I like this.
Okay, well, I guess fate has been chosen for us. So we found a font that we like. We may come back to Adobe font, fonts.adobe.com. But I like this one. So let's start with this one. And we want the Cameo version and that, so that's great. So if I come here, this is looking good. So I'm gonna resize this. I wanna do like a printable, so I'm gonna turn this into inches, and I'm gonna do 8.5 by 11, you know, a standard print size. I hit enter, but that is not the program that we're in. Okay, so we're gonna do fall vision board. And I want this actually to be the other one. So it was typewriter. Let's see if it doesn't show you.
Did you sync it?
Yeah, but do I need to sync it to this? No, right? It should just be here. Yeah.
It should be there.
Cameo. Okay, cute. This, is there a space here? Because that's gonna send me. Oh no, it just has a really big end like
Fall
that.
vision board.
Ah. All right, is that gonna bother you?
Wait, it has it.
No. Yeah?
Help.
It just has a really big.
Okay, well you can do.
Just cry about it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not super mad.
That's fine.
I'm actually gonna make this lowercase. Just because I feel like that feels fall. Fall is
It
also
feels fall. It does.
I don't know why it's lowercase, but it just is. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I was gonna do is gonna show that I have my library already set up here. Cozy Fall 24, we love it. And then I'm going to add in a font, and this was this one. So I'm gonna add my font in. Woo, it's gonna appear down here. The only thing I don't like is that you can't collapse these. So like in the Illustrator one, you can collapse your library features.
Yep.
This one makes you scroll, which is fine, but anyhow. So it's down here, not grouped, but that's okay. And then let's add the other one too. Let's add, not that one. Hello? It's a 2 T's? It is, okay. We want this one maybe.
Bonjour.
What was the name of it? It is underlined.
Yes.
N-I-T-T-I. Okay. Font. And this is going to be helpful. It's always worth putting in the time now because down the road when you're building stuff out, nitty typewriter? I can't type in text or type in. Yeah, I can't do it at the same time. It's helpful to build it out now because as you're going forward, that way everything's just there for you and it's just one little click instead of having to find it each time. So we want the underlined version. Okay, great. So this looks good, and then, so we have our brand built out then. So we have our assets, we have our colors, and we have our fonts. And I should add you on this because I'm sure you're gonna wanna participate.
I am.
Okay.
And we can talk about the schedule as Emily adds me.
Yeah, perfect.
Coming up next, we have an awesome partnership. Our friends Brittany and Mike are here to show you how to leverage brand advocacy. There's some great tools in Adobe Adobe Express to work through that. So if you want to learn more about that, stick around 11 and in 12. Ask us anything. We are here to answer your questions. Ask us anything about design, about tools, about anything that is Adobe or creative related, and we'll be able to do that. And then at 1 p.m. we have the Tombstone Challenge with Jack Watson and Adobe Illustrator. If you want to learn more about that, stick around. All right, back in.
We're back, and just like that, I clicked share and I put in your email, which I'm not going to give to everyone on the internet.
Thanks, internet.
Yeah, so you should have this now and be able to collaborate with us. So we have our fall vision board, we have our brand set up, we have our library. Life is good for us, right? So I'm just going to get in here and start designing what oh, you're already in here.
Hi.
A ghost.
Ooh, look at, I got a fall color.
It honestly matches your shirt.
It matches my shirt.
It knows. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna go to elements and I'm gonna look up. I want like graph paper that feels right for me. And I'm gonna just look in elements as a whole instead of backgrounds or design assets. I'm just gonna it's gonna show me both of those instead of just being in one specifically. And excuse me, I kind of want it to be an asset instead of a background just because you can scale it differently. So I think like this might be fun. Let's see. Wow, that looks terrible, really small. Okay, that's too graphy. I don't want it to be super.
Too graphy.
Yeah, the graph was graphing too much and I need it to be like a casual graph. Like this is the the vibe that I want, but this is gonna be too small. Woo. What are you doing in there? You're living?
I'm trying to fix the
yeah, I know. Okay, I might just do backgrounds after all. Look at this one. Like that is right. The other thing, maybe you'll know actually. So this is my background.
Okay.
I wish I could make the scale of it smaller. But like you can't.
Huh. I don't know the answer to that actually.
Okay. This is like just an issue that I've had.
So yeah, if you use something to the background, if you attach something to the background, it will lock it to the top pixel.
And you can't like resize it because it is what it is. It said what it said. Wait, this one's kind of right.
Yeah,
this might be right, but I want the different color.
They'll pass it down a little bit, but yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you could change the color pretty easily.
Yeah, I am sorry. I just saw the line paper. I don't know why.
Paper?
Yeah, no, I think I associate like back to school with fall, and so for me, I'm like, we're getting out. Not that I use a typewriter in school, but like.
Yeah.
It just feels right.
Back when we were in school using typewriters.
You know. Okay. I was gonna change it this way. Is this the way that you were thinking?
Yes.
Okay. Not effects. Yeah, effects.
Effects.
Okay. Duotone. I don't know why my colors aren't loading here.
Weird. Huh. You can just click on that again, and it should bring up custom.
Oh, okay, perfect. So let's do a neutral.
And we're noticing here that it is pulling in our library colors.
Right, yes.
So
that's why we built the library. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to use my neutrals for my library, my Cozy Fall 24. We could look at my other colors, or the other colors that are in here in my other libraries, but these are the ones we're looking with. I like this. This feels right, but the green could be...
I'm not mad about the green.
What do you like, the neutral? Are we feeling tan neutral?
I'm not mad about the green.
We're going green.
I'm not mad.
It's always a good time to go green. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Where's it going? The vision's happening.
I'm annoyed that the vision is like see-through and not white.
Goodbye.
I'll fix it. No, come back. I'll fix it.
Command Z. It's back.
I'll fix it.
Okay,
you go.
And then I'm also gonna get like ripped paper, ripped edges, or like ripped edge paper. Okay, and then I'm thinking, since you're in the dock, I was gonna just work. Oh, these are not what I was thinking. Paper. We're gonna start adding in all the elements for fall, and so I have a bunch of elements, right, of like an umbrella and like fall leaves, and so maybe we could collaborate together and like make little check boxes. So I'll do a demo, and then maybe you could like come in and add more to it. Okay.
Yes.
Carol said, I used a typewriter to do my first newsletter. No way. Carol, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I fixed it.
What'd you do?
I just added a different version of the font that was filled in and then grouped them together and put it behind.
That would do it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to use an element. I'm just going to use a shape. Shape. Oh, goodbye, paper. Okay, thank you, searches. I'm just going to use a rectangle here, and I'm going to give us like a workable area here. I might keep a bigger border because I do like the border. So I drew my shape out, and then I'm going to align this just to make sure.
Okay. I was stressed.
Yeah, were you?
Yeah. And there are a couple different ways to align. You can drag it around until you see those little purple lines, and that means it's kind of locked in. But for now, we just use the align tool.
And then it is above my words at this point, which is a problem. So I'm going to use command bracket, or you could just come over here and grab the layers and move them around.
Yep. Beep. And something that we are going to do is we want to lock that because we're not going to be really working with it.
You right.
We can just select it, and then we are going to go over and lock that by...
The double click was not working. I'm going to click right here. So as I double click on the shape, it's going to give me these like 3 little dots, and I'm going to click lock.
Yep.
And then I also should lock the background if it's not already locked.
Background locks.
Background is locked unless you double click it. Strange. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to come back to my stuff, and we're in my library. And so I'm going to start off with this element. And so this is the vision. Let me show you the vision, and then you can add to it. So I'm going to just, let me just type again. Hello. Text. Click. Oh. Add text. And I'm going to say Wear cozy sweater. Sweater. Cool. And then because it's in our little type thing, look, they're all right here. So I don't have to like go in here and search for it each time. It's all just gonna be right here, which is fantastic. And I think I added that one, which was not the one that we wanted. Let's do this one. We'll see if the underline is like too crazy.
The underline's cute.
It's cute, right?
Yeah.
But it is really giving this extra space.
I know, I'm mad about it.
We might have to change the font. We might just have to go typewriter or something.
I'll fix it.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Whatever, yes. I'll make it happen.
You're troubleshooting.
I got you.
Thank you. Okay, wear a cozy sweater, and then I'm gonna add an element. Let's add a little checkbox. And I'm going to do no fill, just the border, which was really quick and easy. Add this up here, and let's increase the border size. I think it just needs a little. Okay, cute. I think I should go right here. I have another sweater in there too, so maybe I'll do both. Okay, so that's kind of the vibe I'm going for.
Okay.
You're just adding a color.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. Don't pay attention to me.
The fix is happening. Okay. I feel like this is cute. Or can I do a different like stroke? Border style. Floral. Wow, it's so small we will never know. Wait. Ooh, I fixed it. Okay. So I don't know if that's new or I just never noticed it. Border style.
Oh, I've never seen border style. This is
Okay.
like brushes.
Guys, that was new to me too. I chose this one. I chose newsprint inker, which feels right for like it. We got some like weird squigglies happening here, weird squigglies happening here. The world is healing. Wait, what's triple? Now I need
really
to know. Oh, that's too much. Okay, this is cute. Okay, I'm gonna increase it one more time. I'm nailing down the style here, so that way as we build this out, it's looking good. Okay, do you get the vision? Do you get the style?
I get the vision.
And you have the
style.
libraries, right?
Yes.
So we can just start adding together.
Fun, love
Yeah?
it.
As you're fixing everything else. So
Yeah,
I'll get to it.
yeah, it's bugging me that we have this like these extra spaces, so
That's
I'm trying
really
to fix
fair.
the extra spaces.
Okay, I'm gonna add this in.
Ooh, we are currently into split screen.
Whoa,
Whoa. Cool. Hi, Damien. Damien just entered the studio. Everybody say hi to Damien.
Everyone clap for Damien.
Hi, Damien.
No way, it's a croissant.
We
in
got
the
a
chat.
croissant! Croissant!
Who did that? Thank you so much.
We did it. Damien is the king of the studio. Thank you so much, Damien. Oh yeah, croissant cam right there. That's what. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the croissant magic. Okay.
We can't eat it. We just have to look at it.
We just have to look at it. It's
Here,
magical.
I'm gonna move it up here so it doesn't get in the way of your mouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
That
Thank you
was
so much,
amazing.
Damien. Wow.
Okay,
Premium
in
content.
honor of croissant, I'm gonna put that on here. Eat a croissant.
Oh, 100%.
Wait.
We need that as a goal.
Have a croissant hand delivered.
Yes.
Perfect. On your to-do.
Yes.
Why did it? What did I type? Oh, there's the T. Okay, great. Oh, there's a box here.
I got it.
Oh, you were trying
I'll
to
fix it.
hold on. I was like, what's happening?
This font is gonna drive us crazy.
Let's change the font.
Okay.
I think we should just change the font. So I'm gonna come back to our brand guide and I'm going to delete this one. Goodbye. I do want to delete it. I said what I said. Okay, I'm gonna do font and I'm gonna use a different version of it. I'm gonna do the one that's non-underlined. Let's do normal. How's that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Double click in my type here. And we are gonna do, sorry, I'm gonna click it from up here. It's gonna be easier. Medium, much better. How's that?
Love it.
Those croissants are really layered there.
I wanted to have like kind of the cozy sweater, how it is.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah.
It smells good.
Just a little croissant break. Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Here. We're gonna have croissant on stream. I can't tear it. Here
Here,
you
let
go.
me get
Yes.
some croissant.
Croissant. Have you croissant, everyone?
Cheers.
Oh, this is a good croissant.
Oh, that's a good croissant.
Croissant cam. Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Wow, that's really good.
Love it.
Chat says Damien MVP. So true, Damien. Okay. Wow. I feel fueled. You know what I've never had on stream? A snack.
A snack.
I
I've
feel
never had
empowered.
stream snacks. Yeah. This is great.
Okay. These are like spaced a little too far. So I'm gonna bring this together a little bit more by just coming right here and doing line spacing. Bring that a little closer. I did not check what number I did, but we're just gonna eyeball it and
Yeah.
bring that. Have a croissant hand delivered. I'm laughing. Chat, I hope you're laughing too.
I hope you're having a great time, chat.
I hope you're bringing wearing a cozy sweater. Wow, I did that one so much tighter.
Are there any other fall vibes that chat you want to have?
That's so true, chat.
And someone's saying, where did the croissant come from? Damien brought it to us. Damien.
The best studio manager ever.
Yes, one of our friends here on the Adobe Live team, Damien, brought us a croissant, and it is amazing and delicious and the perfect fall vibe. Chat, what is on your fall vision board? What are things that you want to do this fall? And maybe we can include them here. And maybe we can even make another page for the chat. The chat can have a fall vision board.
They can have a chat, yeah.
Right? Chat, let us know what you want to do this fall. My thing this fall, what do I want to do? I like scary stuff. So I want to go to, like, my fall vibe is, let's go to haunted houses. Let's go to a haunted little pumpkin patch. Let's do a hayride. I like that stuff for my fall vibes. I just did Halloween Horror Nights in LA, and it was amazing. It was terrifying and scary.
Do you want to ask me what my fall vibe is?
What's your fall vibe?
This is it.
This is it.
Find me eating my croissant at a pumpkin patch with a sweater.
Yes.
While you're getting terrified. And maybe I don't get scared. Do you get scared?
I don't get scared.
How?
I don't know. Especially in that kind of stuff, I'm just looking at how they like did everything. I'm like, wow, the like pyrotechnics are really cool, and like the makeup was awesome.
I
It is
wish
spooky season, yes.
it couldn't be me.
No, too screamy.
To everything. I already think I'm scared that people are trying to like hurt me, and then that one's like
They are,
but
yeah.
they can't. Never mind. We won't get into it.
Okay.
I had more thoughts.
All right, so we are going. Is this a pie?
Yeah.
Are we baking or are we eating?
It could be either. Do you wanna add the type for that?
Yeah.
What's cool is that we don't even actually need to do split screen, which was amazing that you did at Studio Manager, but because we're sharing the same artboard here, it's cool that you can just watch us both designing at the same time. And Andrew will just be appearing as like a little, oh, it's behind me. Wait. There's Andrew.
Yay.
So cool. Okay, let's do something with leaves. What do you do with leaves? Like
Crunch them.
clean your yard. Just kidding.
Oh, maybe like dry. Like, you know how the people like dry leaves and then press them into a book?
Okay, yes. So I live on the West Coast, and my grandma used to live on the East Coast, and she would mail us, so if you live on the West Coast, you know that like oftentimes, depending on the area, I guess, leaves don't really change. Like they're just kind of the same all year, or they're just on the ground.
Or they're on fire.
Or they're on fire, depending where you live. And so she would mail us, like in wax paper, she would like iron. Have you done this?
Yeah, you iron the leaves.
Yeah,
and
in the
like,
wax paper,
yeah.
and then she would mail them to us, and so as little kids, we would like get them, and it was like the best
Yay.
time.
Okay, what would we call that? We're gonna iron some leaves? Maybe just collect leaves.
Yeah. Insert really, really touching story about your grandma at fall time.
Yeah.
But it was always a highlight, and that was like my changing of the seasons was not anything I could see, but what my grandma provided.
My grandma was so unhinged. Her vibe is that like
I'm scared.
this one time I was sick from school and I had to stay home in the fall, and she taught me how to play poker. And my mom got back
Like, not
and
the
like, what'd you do
babysitter.
today? And I'm like, I learned how to play poker. And she's like, you're supposed to be sick. What are you doing skipping school to learn poker? Well,
But it's paid off because I feel like you're good at poker.
I'm great at poker now.
Why go to school when you have grandmas to teach you?
Yes.
What do you do with socks? Like where? No.
Get cozy. Maybe just a general get cozy.
Get cozy.
Because I feel like socks are the most cozy.
Look at these socks. Are these socks not cozy?
Those are cozy.
Those are cozy,
I feel cozy.
socks.
I'm-
Someone's grandma made these socks. Or grandpa.
Handmade socks.
True.
Knitted.
Knitted with a K.
This is looking cute.
Isn't it so cute?
You know what we can do?
Ooh,
Oh, I have an idea.
tell me. Should this be spill the tea or steep some tea?
Spill the tea.
Okay, perfect. I like where you put this, but since I added something else, I'm gonna move this around.
Okay, what we could do. I have an idea. Don't come to my screen because I need to look at something. Okay.
Secrets are happening.
Yeah.
And it's not the tattoo parlor this time.
Okay. Oh yeah, if you come to Adobe Max, again, we have great.
Andrew and I will both be at Adobe Max this year, so if you're there, come say hi.
Oh yeah, we will. I forgot that we're both gonna be there. Okay.
But Andrew's doing really cool things at Adobe
So
Max.
what we're gonna do, this is so unhinged. If we want to hop over to my screen,
Just
so,
like your grandma.
Yeah, I found this website that delivers croissants. So if I want to, I can actually link this. So I'm gonna copy the link and then come back into Adobe Express.
Adobe Croissant.
Yeah, and right here, I'm like, I really want to make sure that I have a croissant here. With this text selected, I can actually come in here and add a link to it. Let me remember how to do this, chat. Okay, let's ungroup these. The text is selected, and then I can add in a link by going to, oh no, have I lied?
On
There we go,
camera?
link options right here. Link options, add link, hit OK. And now I have that as a hyperlink. So when I send this as a PDF, it'll be interactive, and I'll be able to like help myself find all the places that I need to be able to find it, right?
That's so smart.
And that
so
way
like,
you're like saving up for a cool, comfy sweater.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
I'm gonna add links.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll add links and make this a great interactive guide.
And this one, like Visit Pumpkin Patch, you could like add the one that you want to go to,
Yes.
like a map for your friends. You
Yes.
can share this, distribute it. Sorry, I'm in awe of what we just did here.
Yes. It's great to be able to create that, and you can almost create like little mini websites using Adobe Express.
It almost feels like a little like scavenger hunt.
Yes.
You thought you got a PDF. You didn't. You got way more than you asked for. How do
Yes.
you spell forage?
Forage.
Is that look right?
AGE.
For rage.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Chat, spell check me, please.
All right, I'm gonna save up for a sweater. It's gonna be the Knives Out sweater that Chris Evans wore in Knives Out.
Specific. I can't place it, but I'm ready to see it.
It's this one. If we want to, this is off. But like we are incorporating this into Adobe Express.
$120.
This is our Vision sweater. And so
sweater.
I'm going to copy this link and then again come to Adobe Express, and then we're just going to go right here and then click into our text because it is grouped, and then add in link options, add a link, and now I have a link to that sweater that I want for the perfect sweater.
That was the perfect sweater.
Magic. Back to Emily as I look for more things to buy.
So Andrew's gonna shop, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep working.
I'll be shopping during the stream, and Emily's going to be. But we are working together to create the vision board, and it is going to be a great.
Like if we were a business, which in some ways I feel like maybe we are a business, but if we were a business, look at this like workflow between like, you know, the creative director and
Yes,
like
100%.
the buyer, whoever those people are. I thought I had another mushroom.
Yes,
My
we are
mushroom is gone.
the buyers.
Look how cute these mushrooms are. I'm ready to forage.
It's really cute.
Are you a mushroom person? Do you like mushrooms?
No, I think I'm allergic.
Oh, say more.
I'm allergic to most raw fruits and vegetables. Chat, you're learning a lot about me. I'm allergic
Okay.
to most raw fruits and vegetables, and so mushrooms just feel like a no-go for me.
You know what's even crazier is
What?
that mushrooms are considered like nightshades, which is like a spooky, cool name, like a nightshade.
It is.
But they're like supposedly not. I don't know. The science is still sciencing. People are unsure, but okay. This random thing is because we had a different type situation. Why is this underlined? Was it always? Oh, this is the old type.
Oh no, I left the little boxes on there
Yeah.
somewhere. Okay, sorry about that.
You were healing it, and then it made it crazier.
That's fine.
Okay, but I'm gonna change this typeface to our brand typeface, which is right here. Why is it underlined?
It's underlined because it's a link.
No, it also said it was clicked on. This was clicked.
Oh,
Did I delete the link?
then you can underline. No, the link should be there. Maybe it just auto formats it
How am I not seeing the link?
with the
though?
underline. You won't see the link until you export.
Secret link.
Secret link.
No one knows about the link.
No one knows.
Everyone on the stream knows.
And
if you're thinking, wow, this is so cool, but it all went by too fast, this will always be on YouTube. If
it
you
will.
guys
You
want to
can
watch the replay,
subscribe to our channel and watch the replay.
can we
Other way.
can we put the link over the croissant?
Oh yeah, here. Okay, croissant, and then the croissant is pointing you to where you can subscribe. There's a little graphic that pops up. Adobe.ly/ There it is.
Move
Wait,
the croissant.
croissant. There we go. Croissant is pointing you to where you can go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Adobe.ly/liveyt.
I feel like our studio manager is having the most fun right now.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh wow, this stream went by so fast.
it did.
There are so many more things.
Oh, there's so many more things.
Well, okay, this is almost done, but I wanted to like get into the chart situation.
Oh, let's get in the
so-
chart. Let's get in the chart. Yes, that is
Wait,
important.
we're almost done. We're
Okay.
almost done. Let me just add this. Like, enjoy a rainy day.
Yes, I also found the cutest little pie kit.
A pie kit?
Yeah.
Wow, your shopping is like really.
Yeah, we're actually going to use this. I'm going to use this sheet because there's some good stuff on here.
He's like, I actually need this.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? That's so strange.
What?
Excuse me. I like deleted all the type, and then it is like choosing a stock font.
Oh, that's weird. You can delete it. Delete that and then just duplicate one of these.
I did.
Oh, really?
That's what's been doing it, which is strange.
Oh.
Maybe it's getting like a little overwhelmed with the.
You know
the
what to say?
links.
There are a lot of objects happening here.
Okay, I'm gonna say enjoy. What? Whatever. It's okay. I'm gonna work through it.
Yeah. And we can just, yeah, we can reset it.
Highlight, come up here. Source Sans is a font that I use often.
Oh, yes.
But I couldn't tell you. All right, what's my type size here? 14. Source Sans is also an Adobe font. Don't worry. Keeping it in the family. In the Adobe font family. Okay, enjoy a rainy day. I hope you link some really fun, like, rain boots. Wait, are you clicking on this?
Ooh, rain boots. Oh, I probably am.
I was like, why can I not?
Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am.
We'll never know.
Sorry. I was trying to find a pumpkin patch.
Oh my gosh.
I was trying to find pumpkin patches near me.
What you do on stream?
Just a little bit of shopping.
Just, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to have to be the vibe. Maybe, like, bring these a little bit bigger.
And when we export, so we are going to create a nice little chart here to track our progress. But when we export, we will be able to show the different links that we have created here.
I really like this brown leaf. It needed to come join the stream.
Oh.
I'm just adding, I didn't have any other like fall elements. I thought I had an acorn in here somewhere. Perhaps it did not make it. So I'm just adding some other little elements. I got committed, guys, to thinking this was like really fun, and I just want to see it through.
It's so cute and it's so fun.
I know. Okay, the balance. There's some things that I would change, but for the most part, here is our little clickable, linkable thing.
We got it. Fall vision board.
Fall vision board. Okay, cool. So this is really fun, but you know, what's a goal and what's a vision without something else measurable?
Yes.
And what's really cool is that we are gonna add another page, same size, and we are gonna make a chart so that we can follow up with how we're doing on this.
Okay, do
How
we
you feel
want
about
to
that?
duplicate it and then delete everything so we have the background and the working space?
I was actually thinking about how to do that. Okay, yeah. Duplicate. I was thinking, I'm like, should I just add the background again?
Yeah, and then I would just select all and then, yeah,
Because I locked the background.
because we locked both of them.
We're safe here. Everything is okay.
Set ourselves up for success in the past.
Wow. Okay. And so you're like, all right, a chart, a graph. I've done it before, but have you done it in Express? Because it's very fun in Express.
It's really fun.
Okay.
And newer.
Yes, it is a newer feature. I actually saw it while watching Adobe Live, and I was like, I need to know more about that. That's very fun.
There you go.
So I'm feeling a donut chart, but do you have like a strong chart preference?
No.
Okay, great. So
I always like the like rings, but it's just because of like the like fitness rings.
like on like Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I think this isn't gonna be as much trackable. This is gonna be kind of like how we're gonna assign our time. So this is like gonna be a little forecasting, right?
Oh, I
Of,
like this. Okay.
What percent of these items do I want to be doing and for how long? And then maybe we could do one if we have enough time, or maybe we have 10 minutes.
What would you like me to do?
Now that you mention it, can you make like a stamp chart? So there's another version of chart. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
back here. If we go to charts and grids, it is tables. I want you to make a table, and maybe the table is like I've done this.
Okay, love
You know what
it.
I'm saying? Like
Yep.
like a sticker sheet, kind of.
Yep.
Cool. Do you want to do it on this page or maybe do it on another page?
I'll do it on another page.
It's up to you. If you see the vision, like I trust.
I got it.
Okay. So I don't know if we want to do it on split screen or maybe we can just focus on me doing.
Oh, you go. Focus on you.
Okay, let's focus on me doing this, and then we'll jump over to you so someone can see how a chart looks as well.
Love it.
Cody wrote donut chart. Can we get a donut? Just kidding. That would be asking too much. Okay, so I'm gonna say let's change this, which is really cool, is that you don't have to do the math here. You can just type in the values and it's gonna update it for you, which is awesome. So you do have to make sure that they add up to 100. So maybe let's just do, let's do 150. And this is gonna be spending being cozy. That is gonna be 150 value. And I'm gonna change the color here, but because all my colors are already assigned to us, they're right here. And I'm gonna choose this green. I'm thinking of the sweater illustration and that feels right. So I'm gonna bring that over here. And then this one, let's see, item 2, I'm gonna do eating pie. And that one I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna keep it at 200. Eating pie for 200% of the time feels right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assign that orange like the pie. This one, let's do, actually, I'm gonna do this 100. Let's do this 150. I'm gonna add more items here. Add new item. Awesome. Let's add more.
Okay. Love that. What
Okay.
other items?
I'm trying to remember. What else did we do? We said spill the tea.
Okay.
So we will be spilling the tea for not a lot. You know, we want to be respectful, so maybe just like 50. if I had to assign a value, spelling T. And what's really cool is you can also see that it's updating it below. So it's showing me what I'm assigning it, the colors, it's updating the sizing, and also all of the language, which is great and such a time saver. Okay, what were the other ones? Let's do pumpkin patch. I plan to spend a lot of time at the pumpkin patch, so I'm gonna spend that at like 200. I'm not sure how my math is adding up here, guys, so we might have to do some testing. I actually don't know what I'm adding to. Maybe 1,000? I'm guessing 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, pumpkin patch needs to be a color. Oh, shoot. Pie. Okay, pie is going to be brown instead now. That feels right. Okay, this last one, it's going to be yellow because we have no yellow. Okay, pumpkin patch is going to be 400 because I'm committing to the pumpkin patch. I'm going to go back. What else? Oh, enjoying a rainy day. Cute. Okay, maybe that's the yellow. Enjoying a rainy day, and that's probably gonna, let's be honest, I live in Southern California, so that's not gonna be a lot. So yeah, okay, pumpkin patch is adjusting perfectly. Let me go back and see. Looks like have a croissant hand delivered. Duh. Okay, adding that. Having a croissant hand delivered. Not sure if hand delivered should be hyphenated.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let's do that, and let's make this maybe 300?
Yes.
Okay, this is looking good. I like it already adjusted everything down here, and I think I cannot adjust how these look at the bottom. Oh yeah, I can. Chart type.
Oh.
No, I can't. Okay, so it's gonna stay down here, but that's okay. This is looking great.
It's looking great. We love it.
Oh, okay, cool. So if I adjust the size, then it's gonna change the layout of it. And so maybe I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna grab my vision board, and then I'm gonna grab like just a few of these elements that I have listed here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Command C, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna Command V and bring these over. And fall vision, or let's do like, did you change the background?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, you keep going.
Fall activities. Yeah. Great.
Love it.
Cool, and then I'm gonna bring these around to the areas that they were looking, or that they were assigned to. So like pumpkin patch, it's gonna get a little pumpkin, just kind of like around the outside to be fun. Oh, we still have time. We're cruising. This was so fast.
Okay, we have like 8 minutes.
Oh my gosh, why are we rushing?
I don't know, but you're
I
gonna
would
have to
never
film
rush.
You're gonna have to fix this. It's not looking bad, but it's not good.
But it's not what I was hoping.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got in their source hands. Go away. Okay, I'm gonna move this down. Oh, no, my background came unlocked. How'd that happen? Double click, right click, lock. Okay. All right, eating pie. So pie's gotta go up here. And enjoying a rainy day is yellow, so that's gonna go right here. 300 is assigned to having a croissant hand delivered. Oh my gosh, I left the croissant. Come back, croissant, the hero of our stream. Croissant. Okay, enjoying a rainy day stays here. Where's cozy? Cozy is the green. Okay, I guess socks can go up with cozy. Is this fun?
This is fun.
I love charts.
Chat, hopefully you're having fun.
Chat, hopefully you are making charts for your life.
Yeah.
Okay, spilling tea. I forgot the tea kettle. You were patiently waiting. Is there something? Do you want to take a little break and see what you're doing over there?
No, it's bad.
Oh, no. That's okay.
You can look at it if you want.
The sadness in your voice.
All right, chat.
You can see it.
I made a chart.
You did it.
Yeah, I mean it's
What's
not.
wrong?
It's okay.
Okay.
What I
Walk us
no.
through. Take us there.
I could do another. What I would probably do here is I would look in media and just see if there's anything in there, and that would kind of like goal charts and see if there's any kind of
I'm sorry I asked you to do this.
element. And let's see
It
if I
makes
go to
you sad.
elements. Goal chart. All right, like no. There isn't. Maybe like a stamp grid
Thing.
for goals. No. Goal grid. Nope. All right, back to Emily.
That's all.
Yeah, Emily's doing great. Wow, look at this fall vision board.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna add these little leaves, little leafies, just in for the vibes. Sometimes when you click things, they don't want to go anywhere. Don't know what that's about. I also don't need to go back. I could just pull these from my library, but I am so like hardwired to copy paste things. I can't even explain it. So that's what we're doing. And I'm loving it. I didn't put mushrooms on here. I guess that's the only thing that did not get on there.
That's fine.
Well, but it also would be really easy to add.
It would be really easy to add.
Let's just edit this chart. Add a new item. We're going to forage for mushrooms. Forage for fungi.
A fungi forage.
Yeah, we need the alliteration here. And I don't really want to do it, so I'm going to put it like 75. Okay, oh, and I need to change that color. That color is not part of the brand. Get out of here. This light green. Okay, let me get my mushrooms. Come here, friends. I don't know what this mushroom's called, but it looks like a trumpet. And if it was a trumpet mushroom, the world would be right. You know when you see something, you're like, I hope it's called this. And then it is, you're like, oh.
Yes. You're like, it should be that. And
Can
you're
I
like,
please
oh,
grab
yeah,
this
that.
mushroom? Right, exactly. You get it.
All right. While Emily lays that out, we can hop over to my screen real quick.
Did you fix it?
No. It's something completely different. So if you missed the last
perfect.
stream, this is what we created in the last stream. We created some graphic styles. But what I'm going to do is I took Emily's graphic right here that she created, and I want to make sure that I have a version of my art based in this look. So if you're in Illustrator and you ever need to recolor something, you can go to Edit, Edit Colors, Recolor Artwork, and then we can use the Color Theme Picker tool. So check this out, Color Theme Picker, and then I pick Emily's image that she's created here.
I love it.
And it will recolor based on that. So now I have Emily's colors here. They all got imported in. I can shuffle the order of them if I wanted to try to find something different. And you can really play around and grab those colors. We also can change using that color picker tool. Color theme picker tool. My goodness.
They didn't make it easy on you.
To create it. So super easy. You can do that. Just screenshot. I saw her color palette and I was like, that's nice. And you can just grab it using
nice.
the screenshot and then use the color picker.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Well, I'm glad you asked because here I am with my graph. This graph got a little crazy. I probably should not have these things around the outside. I probably
No,
should
it's
make
good.
it.
It's great. I love it.
I feel like it's a little much.
No, it's a lot. But let's not delete it now.
No, let's do it. I think that looks good. Okay, so here's my chart. Okay, and we have 3 minutes left. Let me see if I can fix this chart for you in a couple minutes.
Oh, no, let's export. So let's go back and let's export because we want to show the interactivity.
This one.
So you can go there and we can go to share, download.
I thought it was download, but you said share.
Yeah, it's download. So we can go to download, and then we are going to do
PDF.
Yep.
But we want
what are our options?
best for documents, I think, because
Sure.
print, I think, would take out the hyperlink.
Yes, best for documents. Let's see that.
Okay. Add accessibility tags. Download as individual PDF. Yes, we want individual PDF. I want selected page. Great.
And download.
Download.
Also, print and deliver is new. If we wanted to get a print of this,
Yeah.
we could do it using print and deliver.
So I
very
think
easily.
I could envision this as 2 ways. I could envision this as like an email, like you have a subscription like email list or newsletter is the word. You send this to people and they click it and like that. But I also could see this as like a print and download that you distribute, in person or like at home or something like that.
All right.
Yeah, right?
So yes, almost complete. Once it saves, these links should work. And they should be great. I found the cutest little pie kit. I think we need to look at that one first.
Oh yeah, I definitely need to see that.
Yes. And right now it's probably linking all of the type into live links.
Woohoo, bad.
Downloading all of those images from the library. Putting them into...
Ooh. Sorry.
PDF.
Someone just mentioned a frozen butterscotch drink.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious. Clever. Send us the recipe.
Oh no, Express, why have you stopped?
Almost complete. Oh, I think it happened.
Okay. All right, let's try to open up that. If we want to go to the schedule real quick while we open it. Actually, you can just click on it right there. And it'll open, there we go. Get out of here. No, get out of here. Oh, did it open it in Acrobat?
Well, I clicked it.
Oh, it's right there. Okay, so you can see as you hover over it, it is live interactive. And so let's go to the pies because I have a really cute little pie kit. So pies behind Emily. But if you just click on it, oh no, it's right there. Look at this cute little pie kit.
Oh my gosh, it's
a
really cute.
pies.
I love that.
So you can make it interactive, which is really cool. That you open that PDF, you can send it out to people, and you can do like a nice little
I need to
shopping
go back to
guide.
the PDF.
Where did the PDF go?
I don't know.
Oh, go back on the Amazon tab. It just sent you in that tab. Okay. So you can do a great little link
It's really loading.
out situation, and because there's so many images, it is. But this is a really great way to engage with customers to create like a little shopping guide.
This is so fun. Let's visit the pumpkin patch. Oh,
Oh.
we're going to Yelp.
Yep. It's going to basically just find the
That's
nearest
okay.
pumpkin patches near you.
I don't ever open Yelp, so
There you
I
go.
don't want to
Yeah.
start.
So that's how you create
So
a nice fall
fun.
vision board that's interactive. Thanks so much for joining us. Stick around. We have an awesome stream coming up next. You're going to learn all about how to leverage brand advocacy for your brand in Adobe Express using some awesome new tools. So we'll see you there. Croissant Cam on the
Thanks
way
for
out.
joining.
See you in a couple hours, everybody. Bye. Stick around.
We are making movie posters. The first movie that we are working on, Nick, are you ready? Shadow Strike.
I'm going to get working on our Shadow Strike title design.
I'm going to go to stock real quick and see if I can find our hero. So I'm going to license this right here in Adobe Stock and then come over to Adobe Express, and we're just going to place that right in there. I'm going to try to look to see if I can generate a background. Toxic city at night with green ooze on the street. Yeah. Okay, chat. Yes. I'm going to do some style reference. I'm going to do this like neon. And then I also want to have the camera angle. I want it to be a wide angle. I'm going to do hyper realistic as well. See if we can generate some cool background there. Ooh, Nick. Yeah. Shadow Strike. Right? All right, so I think I got a pretty good background that I'm gonna drop in here as well. And so I'm gonna go into media here and then do video. And I kind of want to do just like electric green on a black background. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to change the blending mode of this to screen, and then we're going to take the opacity way down, and then I'm going to move this into the back. And now we're going to have like a little motion poster. So as I play this, yeah.
Let's go over to your file because I need those colors. So I'm just going to do a quick grab of that, and I'm going to put that into Illustrator. So now I have the colors you're working with.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's go back
And you should
here.
be able to just copy and paste it.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. All right, so we're going to do effects. We're going to go to custom. I am going to add in the kind of purple, and then this highlights are going to go to that like toxic green. I want like a full like lightning bolt. Oh, that's so cool. We are going to go to media. I'm going to go to audio.
Yeah.
I just typed in action.
I'm going to try.
Yeah, no, I found it. Okay, we need to do a voiceover. Here we go. Shadow Strike. When darkness falls, justice rises. Summer 2024. Only in theaters on Adobe Live. Shadow Strike. When darkness falls, justice rises. Summer 2024. Okay, that was incredible, and I loved it.
Be our best collaboration just yet.
This is pretty good. This is a pretty good one.
I would have to say what we just did was super fun. Do it with a friend.
Yes.
Collaborate on Express. Have some fun with it.
See you another time for another episode of Adobe Office Hours. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Hey Adobe Live family, welcome back. We're so excited to be here. It's Brittany. For those of you that don't know me, I'm here with Mike from Agorapulse, and we're talking about all things leveraging brand advocacy. This is going to be such a juicy live stream, and it's a little different than our other streams. We're going to be starting off by talking about what exactly brand advocacy is, why you need it, and all the juicy stuff. But before we get into it, I'm going to hand it over to Mike. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, thanks, Brittany. Thanks all of you for tuning in. I'm Mike Alton. I'm the chief storyteller at Agorapulse, which is a social media management platform if you're not familiar. And that's one of the tools we're going to be showing off today. We're going to be showing off Adobe Express and having a lot of fun talking about what advocacy even is and why you should be thinking about it for your business.
I feel like this is something that all of us need in our lives, and whether you're a small business or a big brand, there's going to be something in this conversation for everybody. So as we get ready to start off with some thought leadership and really just talking at a high level of what brand advocacy is, I'm going to start off by asking you, Mike, what is the difference between brand advocacy and influencer marketing?
It's a really interesting question because there's a lot of similarity and overlap between them. Influencer marketing is typically external influencers, right? Somebody that you might pay to endorse your brand and say something about your brand or your products on social media, whereas advocacy implies, first of all, that there's a really deeper relationship there, but it also includes employees, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be an outside influencer that you're paying. It could be an employee like me of the brand doing something on behalf of the brand on their personal channels. What's your take? Is that different from what you think?
I think you really hit the nail on the head, and I think the biggest thing is really looking at the word advocacy as a whole, and you're really advocating for this brand. You're being that brand's biggest MVP, and I think that really, when you look at it that way, is the biggest thing. And I think we were talking about this before, and you have some stats on word of mouth referral.
Oh my gosh!
That really, when you are talking about a brand to your friends, to your followers, really, like at this point, we're talking about our audience, our community, and you are vouching for a brand, they are going to listen to you because they already know, like, and trust you, right?
That's exactly right. 92% of individuals trust word of mouth recommendations, making it one of the trustiest, if that's a word, trust-rich forms of advertising. And one of the other stats that I pulled that just blew me away, 76% of individuals surveyed said that they're more likely to trust content shared by normal people than content shared by brands.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's insane, but it doesn't surprise me because we've seen this firsthand, right? So with that being said, who would you say has done brand-wise like the most exceptional job at either running a brand advocacy campaign or having brand advocates?
Well, this is going to sound staged, and it's not. But one of my favorite examples is actually Adobe with their Adobe Max conference that they ran last year. They're probably doing the same thing this year, where they brought in external influencers to attend the event, and they had a collection of 5 or 6 of them: Goldie Chan, Lee Odin, and a bunch of others. And not only did they bring them to the event and ask them, hey, talk on social media about this event, but they also encouraged them to talk to each other. And that's one of the really nuanced, brilliant forms of advocacy, when you can get your advocates engaging with each other's posts, helping to amplify that social content, having great comments and commentary on each other's posts. It was an amazing masterclass, really, on how to do advocacy from a brand perspective.
I love that so much, and I feel like, again, it's going to sound a little bit biased. I've been working with Adobe for a little while now on, I want to say, the community leader side, and the way that Adobe does such a great job with really making you feel like you are a part of the family. And, although I'm not an employee of Adobe, like, being part of the family, that's what keeps me here and keeps me excited about everything that we're working on all the time. And I think that's what brand advocacy is, right?
Yeah, they're creating that authentic feeling, right, within you. But why do you think that's so important?
Authenticity, I feel like, when we're talking about brand advocacy specifically, like, you're not going to talk about a brand that you don't know, like, love, and trust. And if you are, I feel like you're really jeopardizing feel like your own self and the way that your audience trusts you, right? Because people really do read through your content. And I think if you are just looking to accept maybe a partnership with a brand because it pays well, then a lot of the times your audience can read right through that and they stop engaging, they stop paying attention to your content, and it feels staged, right? And it feels like it's not something that's real. And the best, I want to say, campaigns or partnerships between brands and brand advocates are the ones that they're already using the products in their everyday life. They're already loving this brand so much, and it's just a way for them to work together on a deeper level.
Right. That's absolutely right. That's why that statistic is so powerful, that word of mouth, because people feel they can trust other people. And if they lose that trust, then the whole game is shot. And that's what brands can do, is they can leverage the relationship that individuals have with other people, real people.
I love that so much. I feel like I couldn't have said it better myself, honestly. So speaking of brand advocacy, what steps would you take if you were to start a brand advocacy campaign or program from scratch?
So the first thing is to think about who in your industry, who in your niche already has that audience. And this doesn't have to be mega celebrities. In fact, for most brands, micro influencers are the best way to go. People who have like maybe 1,000, a couple thousand followers. It doesn't have to be a massive community. But when you look at them, you can see that they're talking to individuals who are truly aligned with who you want to talk to. As a brand, they're really engaging with that influencer, and there's an opportunity there for you to step in as a brand and create a really strong individual relationship. That's what I've been doing at Agorapulse for years, is building up those individual relationships with social media professionals in the industry, right? And using those to then in turn reach their audiences, leveraging their relationships.
I love that. So it really does start from, I guess, listening to what is already being said in your community and seeing who is already loving your product so much, right?
Right. And we're using community in that broader sense, right? People who are on social media, whether it's X, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, it doesn't really matter at this point, right? That's all part of a global community of people that could be potential customers for your brand. They're using other products maybe, but they're interested in those kinds of things and they want to hear from you or people like you, Brittany.
I love that. I love that so much. So before we get into, I want to say, the fun design portion of this live stream and really showing you the beast that Agorapulse is and how amazing it can be for you and your business, let me ask you one more thing, which is, what steps would you take as a brand if, let's say, you've worked with influencers and you have this connection already, but you want to transition them into being brand advocates?
Yeah, well, it starts with having conversations. You need to have that upfront conversation with that individual and say, we would love for you to be an official advocate or ambassador or influencer. The words are somewhat interchangeable at this point because it doesn't really matter as long as there's a relationship there. And you need to be able to quantify and document what it is at the brand you're able to do for them. Maybe that's just free service. Maybe it's commissions. I mean, there's a lot of different options. But think that through and then start to have those conversations. Not everyone's going to be open to it. At the same time, not everyone's going to be ready to take that next step with their personal brand. They may not even have thought about being an influencer or an advocate if we're talking about external. Now, internal, you have all kinds of employees, and there the first step is a little bit different because you're not going to be necessarily compensating them for posting their personal channels. But what you are going to want to do is still have those conversations and provide training and maybe some incentives internally, like an Amazon gift card for your most vocal and engaged advocate would be a really cool thing that you could do. But they need to know how to use LinkedIn or Instagram, some of the best channels for advocacy, as an employee, and they need to be okay with it. That is a crucial part. You cannot force your employees to post to social media on your behalf.
I love that so much, and I think it's really underrated. I feel like, for those of you that don't know, I also run a marketing agency, and I have a team that works with me, and I would have never thought about using advocacy with my team. So that's so cool, and I think that approach to things is very unique and something that not enough people are doing, myself included.
Oh, yeah, and there's so many different ways that you can use advocacy. I recently did a webinar, in fact, you'll find it on YouTube, 14 different use cases for advocacy. It's not just promoting an event, it's not just promoting a blog post. The next time you've got a great customer success story, ask your entire team to talk about that success story on social media. But what we're going to talk about today is showing off the upcoming upcoming Adobe Max event.
Yes.
Right? We're going to show off how to use Adobe Express to build some great custom assets for that event, and then how Agorapulse can help you distribute that content.
I'm so excited. We have so many of you guys in the chats that seem so excited for this stream. We're so excited for you to be here. I want to take some time to say hello to Keys, Robert, Voodoo Val, one of our faves, Darlene, Nicole. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you have any questions for Mike or I while you're watching, feel free to drop them in the chat. But we're going to jump right over into my computer to start. And we're going to create some social assets that can be used, including a LinkedIn post, which we're going to need.
Right.
Amazing. So for those of you who are brand new to Adobe Express or just tuning into our Adobe live streams for the first time, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. And any friend of Agorapulse, and Mike is a friend of ours. So with that being said, Adobe Express really is for everybody and their mother. It is one of the easiest programs to design on, whether you have design experience or not. You're going to find this platform really easy to navigate through. And as we're kind of moving through the motions, if you see me do anything and you're thinking to yourself, wait a second, how did she do that? Can we backtrack for a second? Just drop it in the comments. We both have our eyes there, and we'd be more than happy to show you the steps. So up on my screen here, you'll see I actually have already a bunch of Adobe Max assets that have been created for our upcoming Adobe Max event. And I pulled this up because I actually really, oh, and there's me. Look at that. I really wanted to follow along with the same vibe branding that we have for the Adobe Max event and landing page. And I really want to pull in some of the pieces that have already been used here. And because this was already created by our team, why not work smarter and not harder? Pull this up and we can show you how to play around with this. So when you are in any page of an Adobe Express, I want to call this a project, you can actually resize your graphic, your page, into a completely different size while staying in the same project. So you can see we have like some video covers here, then we have Instagram stories, and we have Instagram feed posts all within one document.
That's
so
awesome.
It saves you from having to kind of bounce between a million different projects or having a million different files that you're trying to navigate through. So I'm going to go to the end, and really what I'm going to do is first start off and resize this. And we're actually going to look specifically for, I think we might have LinkedIn here. We should. LinkedIn post. Perfect. That's what we'll need, right, Mike? Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and hit the resize button. And this is going to bring me into a brand new page. Maybe I'm in. Hold on a second. Where did I go? LinkedIn post. Resize. I think we're actually in the exact same project size. So let me do this on a different page to show you that a little bit better. So go back down to LinkedIn, resize. Here we go. And then it brings you right with the same assets, brings you into a new page with all of your assets already there. So I'm going to get rid of anything that I don't need here. And I think what I'd like to do for this is maybe create a graphic that says we'll be streaming live at Adobe Max. So let's create something fun here. I'm going to start by bringing this text up a little bigger in size so that we can play with this. If I'm right, I believe it's the Max conference floor that we're going to be streaming from. So, oh, hold on a second. Change this to Adobe Clean.
And the great part is I'm learning right alongside all of you. This is fantastic. I'm so excited.
Okay, so join us live as we stream from the Adobe Max conference. I am always the worst person to type on live. That's how you spell conference, right, Mike? Conference?
E-N-C-E.
ENC, perfect. Conference floor now, amazing. We'll go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Have you used Adobe Express before, Mike?
Only very little. So like I said, I'm very excited to see how this actually works today. It's probably been a long time too for me.
I think anybody that's new to Adobe Express, like anything, it's going to take you a little bit playing around to get used to it. But once you kind of are able to figure out where all of those fun buttons are and really figure out what works for you and the features that you love best, I think, like anything, you'll get it like the snap of a finger, which is perfect. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring this down here. When it comes to, I want to say, brand advocacy and LinkedIn, what are some of the most successful campaigns that you've seen run on there?
Oh gosh. Well, one of the best things you can do as a brand is get your employees to talk about your brand, not the product. You don't necessarily want them selling. What's cool is if you can get them talking about what it's like to work at your company, maybe if there's a position open, and that actually leads me to probably the most successful kinds of campaigns I've seen, where, let's say you've got 100 people in your company and you've got multiple departments. You can ask all the people from one department to share a job opening from that department. So those are most likely people who are already connected with the best possible candidates for that opening. Like, let's say you're a SaaS company like Agorapulse, right? We've got, programmers and product engineers and so on. Those are the absolute best people to get talking about an open, QA position on the engineering team, right? Because they're already connected in that industry, and they might not have huge followings. They might not be using their channels for a lot of like traditional influencer marketing, but they are definitely connected to other programmers and engineers and QA assurance people.
There's
and that sort
people
of thing.
in their network, right?
Exactly. So you're already reaching the best possible audience for that. We've run all kinds of experiments where we've seen really, really top-notch target hires come in as a result of advocacy campaigns using that kind of a example.
I love that so much. And I definitely feel like LinkedIn's a platform I'd love to play around with more. I think that, I think you automatically think LinkedIn's a platform you go to when you're either searching for jobs or trying to build your career, not really trying to, I guess, like promote or share things that you're doing within, I guess, your organization that are a little bit more everyday things, right? So speaking of that, how do you love using LinkedIn?
I love LinkedIn. It's terrific because I'm a writer. That's probably why I haven't used Adobe Express very much personally. I'm a writer. I'm a blogger. I've been that way for years. So being able to share what I'm thinking about in text is my preferred form of communication. So whether that's an actual blog post or a long-form LinkedIn post, that's usually the way that I personally operate. But it's been a fantastic platform for me over the years to kind of establish thought leadership, establish professional connections with other marketers and professionals in the marketing industry. It's terrific for that.
I love that. And I'm curious to know in the chat if you guys love using LinkedIn or how you use LinkedIn. Is it for your career? Is it to, again, develop yourself as a thought leader or as an authority within your niche? I'm really curious.
And Clever wants to know if she's a SaaS company. That's SaaS, not necessarily sassy. You could be a sassy company, but software as a service is a particular type of company.
I love that. So you can see now I've created another slide. So we have our one for LinkedIn ready to go. This is join us as we stream from the Adobe Max conference floor now. And now I'm also creating a little countdown sticker graphic, which can be used for Instagram stories. I love to use placeholder shapes.
Yes.
So I'm very much the kind of person that if I don't see the space where I'm supposed to add the countdown sticker, or if you work with a team, and I'm sure you feel the same way, that sometimes like you need to have a visual cue of like, this is where the sticker goes. So for me, I always kind of add in my shape. That way it gives a little bit of an idea of where I want that countdown sticker going. And
templates like this are just so essential for really consistent branding. Again, particularly when you're working with employees or external advocates, they might not have a lot of personal use or experience or even access to tools like this. So if you can provide them with the assets that you want them to use that are already in line with your branding and your corporate look and vibe and feel, that's super powerful.
I love that so much. I think maybe we'll even do a little like I'm speaking at Adobe Max kind of graphic that, again, that's something that brand advocates could use, or if somebody is going to Adobe Max, they could probably use a graphic that says, find me at Adobe Max or come see me at Adobe Max, right?
And you can do video with this too, is right?
That's right. And I'll show you some fun animations. Okay. Oh, I wrote Adobe Max. Remember when I said I'm not great with typing on live, you guys? I also do this all the time. I think I'm going to steal this picture of myself. And that was before my bangs. I'm growing my bangs out. If anybody feels the pain of growing out their bangs, let me know. Say I'm not alone.
I don't have that problem.
I know, I was going to say. So I just dropped my photo in, and now I'm choosing the background remove tool. And very, very easy, removed the background on the photo of myself. I think I want to place it just behind maybe, so I will send this to the back. And a little shortcut for this, it's such a game changer if you're somebody who is working on a Mac computer or you don't like going through a bunch of buttons trying to navigate how to send your layers to the back. You can press Command and then that little bracket, I want to say that's beside the P, and then you can see it sending all the layers to the back.
Wow.
And if you choose the opposite little bracket the other way, that brings it to the front. So I always love sharing that because it was such a game changer when I learned how to do that. And I was thinking to myself, like, where have you been all my life? Because although the layers in Adobe Express, like you can see them on the side here, they're really easy to navigate through. That's one of my favorite features here with Adobe Express is being able to literally drag my layers where I want them and not having to fight with the whole like right click, send back, like that thing. Because I'm very, I need things to be quick and easy and done in the snap of a finger. And this is one of the best ways to do that, I feel like. So we have this photo in of myself. I feel like this would be so cool if we added an animation and it kind of slid up from the bottom.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, do it.
Let's play around with the animations. And this is something I feel like, again, like this could be posted in stories. So we could do a bungee. Maybe we'll pull the chat and see what you guys would like. Bungee, we could do like a little drift. It was like I slid right in. Did you see it? It was like sliding right in. A drop.
Slide into the DMs.
I know. A little rise moment, like the queen I am coming up.
I like that one.
Little tumble. There's so many fun ones. You can also do animations coming into the video, animations going out. So you could choose something different on the way out. You also have the loop option. So this is if you want your animation to kind of be ongoing. A slide in from the bottom, Val says, yes. This bob, this is the ever so famous Adobe Express bob, which I love. And then you could do a little jitter. Little shake moment.
Oh my god.
There's so much fun. You could get lost in all of these animations, I feel like, and half the time I do. I remember the other day I put in our broadcast channel, and if you're not on the Adobe Live Instagram and part of our broadcast channel, you need to join because it's so much fun. We have the funnest conversations
I
there,
can
Mike.
imagine.
You need to, it's very unhinged sometimes. And I was saying the other day, it took me like 2 hours to do one little social media graphic because I was stuck in the animation section. I'm like, which one do I like better? It's funny how that works, right? Okay, so I think we voted on the slide up, right? So maybe a rise up like that. Looks great.
Yeah.
And then if we want, maybe we can, once it does slide up, I don't think I want to do something to have it go away after the out. I think just having...
For this kind of graphic, you want yourself
just a slide.
to be the last thing they see.
Exactly. Good point. That is great. Look at you. You're a designer. But maybe
I'm a marketer.
I love that. So maybe we'll add just a little bit of an animation on the Adobe Max logo. That could be fun. Like maybe we'll do the bobbing on the Max logo. Let's see how that looks. I don't like the slide on all this stuff happening. Hold on a second. This is text being pulled in from me duplicating the graphics. If anyone knows, that struggle can be real sometimes. Okay, perfect. And maybe I won't have this one slide in. We'll maybe keep that one very simple. Okay. See, one more time. Still sliding. Let me remove that one. There we go. Okay, so here's what we end up with. Do we like the bob at the top? I wonder if it needs a little bit more space so it doesn't overlap the other one I'm thinking.
What I love is that you're doing a vertical video, because we were talking about LinkedIn
Yes.
earlier. LinkedIn is actually favoring vertical video now, obviously like every other platform, right? But they actually have a dedicated feed. If you start watching a vertical video on LinkedIn, you'll get served other vertical videos. It'll look just like you're watching TikToks. You just happen to be on LinkedIn.com. So creating vertical videos like this and repurposing them for LinkedIn, you might have had Instagram in mind when you started this, right?
Right.
Use them on use them on LinkedIn. If it's under 60 seconds, it could be a YouTube short.
I love that. It's
can
like
go to
making the most
Pinterest.
mileage out of your
Yes.
content. I'm all about that. I don't know about you, but it's like, again, the work smarter, not harder thing, I think is the biggest thing for sure. But now that we have I want to say some graphics. Question for you guys in the chat. Do you have any questions about using Adobe Express before I export our LinkedIn post and send it over to Mike so we can move over to Mike's screen and show how we can set this up as a brand advocacy campaign in Agorapulse, which I'm so excited for. Okay, so I'm going to export this and airdrop it over to you, Mike.
And crossing fingers, this works.
Before I do this, make sure I don't have any extra text I don't need. It'll work. I have faith in us.
Nicole says she loves how the graphics are coming together. Remember, Mike says that Bob makes him feel drunk sometimes.
It's so
right.
true. Like, it's a love-hate relationship with the Bob, right? Okay, I'm going to airdrop this over to you, Mike, and then we're going to get Jacob to flip our screen over to Mike's computer to show you Agorapulse. Okay. Should pop over to you.
Oh, we got it.
I'm so excited. I think this is the
Save
most
to
exciting
downloads, right?
part of the stream.
To see if this one little piece of technology, does it actually work? Cool. So that should be here. Let me just double check. Yes, I've got it in my downloads folder. Fantastic. Thank you, Brittany. So here we're going to look at the back end of Agorapulse, right? So just imagine you've created a campaign like this, a video, whatever you want to share as in terms of an asset. The idea is we're actually going to be creating a LinkedIn post, and then we're going to ask our advocates to go to that post and engage with it, because just like I was saying earlier with the Adobe Max example, if you can get your advocates to engage with each other or engage with your company post, that's going to just amplify it so much more. And if you get some of them to share it to their personal feeds, it's still the brand post that's being shared, but it's being shared through an employee or even an external advocate. So super powerful. Here inside of Agorapulse, like I mentioned, we're a social media platform. So you happen to be looking at our inbox, which has all the comments and mentions and that sort of thing coming in. But over here we have a feature called Advocacy. I'm going to load this up. And I'm going to walk you through some of the basics of setup and how this works, and then I'll show you the actual campaign. So this feature allows you to set up a list of advocates inside of the tool that you can ask to advocate on behalf of the brand. Now, you could ask them to share a link directly to their social profile, say an event or a blog post, or you can ask them to go straight to a social media post. So the first thing you actually have to do is set up those advocates. And the beauty of this system is you can have both internal employees and external influencers. So we were talking about that difference earlier, influencer
Right.
marketing versus brand advocacy and employee advocacy. You don't have to pick. You can do both. So here we have, this is just a sample. We've got an Adobe Live account here, and we got some friends of ours from Adobe in this internal advocates list. And on the external side, it's you and me. We're
There
the
we
Adobe
are.
Live influencers today. And so you can see, we have internal and external up here. And then below that, you have a certain number of distribution lists. You can create all kinds of different lists. And this is where you can break out different segments of those lists. Like I mentioned before, that example of having all of your engineering team share a job opening in that department. Well, you could have them broken out as a list. And this, it's up to you what you call these lists. It's up to you who you put in those lists. So you could have lists for different languages. If you're a global company, maybe you've got French speakers and Spanish speakers and Portuguese speakers. You can have those all broken out as different lists. So that way you're sharing content that, number one, they understand, but number two, it's appropriate for their target audiences, different departments, different external advocates. You might have different kinds of influencers. You might have community leaders.
Right.
You might have major celebrity type influencers. Whatever you want, however you want to break that out, that's what you're going to set them up here. And after you've been using it for a while, you'll start to see what campaigns they participated in and so on.
This is so cool. So question for you.
Yeah.
Essentially your distribution lists are kind of like in, I want to say the Coles notes, or simpler terms would really just be categories of advocates that you have, right?
That's right. That's right.
So that's so amazing. So in Adobe's case, like maybe a couple ways that we could use this is, you know, we have community leaders that are specific to Adobe Illustrator. We have community leaders specific to Adobe Express, like myself, specific to Premiere Pro, and we could really group these based off of the programs that we work with them on.
That's exactly right, because if the Premiere Pro team at Agorapulse or Adobe wants to do a campaign about a new feature, they're not going to want their Illustrator advocates
That's right.
to share that out. They want you and the rest of that Premiere Pro team.
Or their illustrators are going to get that email and think, wait a second, like this has nothing to do with me. And then they stop paying attention to the campaigns that go out, right?
Right. So one quick note here, you only need their email address to actually add them into the system. That's the technical. But at a higher level, you need their permission. Don't just start adding people into your list, right? Talk to your employees, let them know we're going to use this new advocacy tool. Talk to those external influencers and let them know, hey, as part of our relationship, every once in a while, we're going to ask you to participate in a campaign. And again, I'll walk you through what that campaign looks like in just a moment. But essentially what that means is if you build a campaign in here and you send it to your advocates, whichever ones you choose, they're going to get an email asking them to participate in the campaign. They don't have to have an Agorapulse account or anything like that. It's not going to cost you extra money. But they'll get the email, and that will have a button that opens up a landing page that will tell them what to do next. Either share a link, like a blog post, like I mentioned, to whatever social profiles they want, or it's a LinkedIn post, and there are buttons there to go share, comment, and like that LinkedIn post.
I love this so much, and it's funny because I think for anybody who's not tech savvy, this could sound super overwhelming, but you and I both know it's not hard at all. Anybody could do this.
Yeah, this was set up in minutes. Obviously, I know what I'm doing because I've been this for a while, but it really is truly easy. We set up the Agorapulse account for Adobe Live. I went into the advocacy feature. I clicked on Add Advocates, and that's adding them to a list. You can edit the list names, do whatever you want in moments. So let's go and start our campaign. So I'm going to go back to a menu here, and we'll come back to the results here in just a second, because that's the best part. You can see the results. But here we're starting a new campaign, and we're going to call this Adobe Max Promo 1, because maybe we'll do a lot of these.
I love that.
This is our first Adobe Max promotion. We'll see if I'm able to type.
I was just going to say, you're doing this like a pro, and
there's one typo.
I'm telling you, there's something about, like, you could be the best typer, and as soon as you're typing on a live stream, it's like immediately like your grammar, your spelling out the window.
Yeah. So you pick a title that's going to mean something to you as the brand, as the advocacy manager. And this could be something that a social media manager does, a CMO does, anyone in between, right? There isn't necessarily a specific role within the company that is the one that's going to be necessarily in charge of this. And you put in a campaign description. You can put some internal notes down here. That's obviously only for internal. So if you're sending this to external advocates, they're not necessarily going to see these.
I love that feature. And to confirm, what you're putting in now, everybody that receives this email is going to be able to see this information other than the additional information, internal notes.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
Perfect.
So the campaign description, that's a good question, because this is where you could say something like, hey, we would love for you to engage with this LinkedIn post.
Right,
to help us promote an upcoming event. Or maybe we've got, like I mentioned before, an opening in the engineering department. We would love for you to help share this out and get some really qualified applicants to that role.
I love this. So in this case, if we're talking about the graphic that we just created, maybe this is a great opportunity to say, we're streaming from the Max conference floor right now. Join us by clicking this link, and you can learn more about all of the amazing new product releases that I can't tell you, but you're going to want to make sure that you watch that stream.
Right. So this is actually where I'm going to actually back out of this, because the one thing we want to do is actually create a LinkedIn post that's going to go out at that moment and have an advocacy campaign attached to that. So that's a slightly different approach that I wanted to show you guys. So here we're going to go back to our publishing, and this is, if you've used any kind of social media publishing tool, this is going to look very familiar. You choose a social post, social profile that you want to post to, and here we're to come up with a caption. So you sent me the Max Live from the Floor graphic, okay, right? Mm-hmm. Join us live from the
Max
Adobe
conference floor.
Max conference floor, where we will be. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna talk about?
We're gonna share new product announcements, have
Okay.
exclusive speakers. I'm getting excited talking about this. And Nicole says, love how easy this was to create. And I feel like I couldn't agree with you more, Nicole. If you're somebody who's not tech savvy, I feel like you're gonna love Agorapulse because the user face of this is so friendly.
Yeah. So we've got that, and I need to go grab your graphics. I'm going to upload from computer, and I know it's sitting there in the downloads waiting for me.
Also, can we talk
it
about the
comes.
fact that your downloads folder is so clean? Like mine is a hot mess.
Oh no, I can't have that. My desktop's clean. My downloads folder is always empty. So there we go. So you're already seeing on the right-hand side of the interface the preview of exactly what your post is going to look like. And I know LinkedIn's not your bag, so let me share a little tip for you. With LinkedIn, one of the things that you actually want to try to do is have a see more. So I'm going to do a couple hashtags down here.
That's so amazing.
Adobe Max, and let's just do advocacy for fun. So you can kind of see off to the right, there's a little read more link right there. That's almost a call to action. It's kind of subconscious, but folks on LinkedIn are trained to click that read more. Now there might not be anything else really there. You know, maybe we'd put a link in. I don't know. We probably would, wouldn't we? We'd probably include a link. What
right.
link would we have? Like a YouTube link, maybe?
I would say our Adobe Max.
Max.adobe.com? Perfect.
I was going to say, too, it's kind of like almost subconsciously like getting people to pay attention and stop their scroll. And then when they do click that read more, they're now invested enough that they probably want to leave a comment, right?
Right. By the way, we do link tracking. Oh, we haven't set up link tracking because this is a new organization for Adobe.
Well, this is
Max.
fun. We get to walk through how it works.
So this is going to add UTM parameters to that link. And those are really important because we want to be able to know after the fact who did what. And so we'll do the social network automatically. Social media is the medium. The campaign is going to be Adobe Max. Perfect. And it's going to shorten and display the website's domain name with Pulsely. So this will end up being adobe.pulsely.ly/ a unique link. So this means that max.adobe.com link will be tracked.
Okay.
And that will follow through, and anybody that shares or forwards that, maybe they might send this post to a direct message on LinkedIn, which you can do. You can even add a first comment if you want to. I don't know what we would say, but that's an option there. So there's your post, right? And let's say we're going to schedule this because you went conference floor now. So when is Adobe Max?
I would say you're going to want to put this on the 14th.
On the 14th?
Is the first day.
And what time?
I mean, why don't we just say noon?
Okay.
We'll say noon for now.
Good deal. So this is going to go out at noon on October 14th.
Perfect.
So that's normal scheduling social media posts. Those of you watching from home, if you schedule social media content, very little of that looked unfamiliar. The difference here is we're going to go down here where it says advocacy campaign, and where it says no campaign, we're going to no, we want a campaign. We want those advocates to be notified. So we'll call this Adobe Max Promo 1, kind of what I was putting in the first thing.
And while you're setting this up, Mike, I think a great question that I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking is, why do you feel like at a high level it's super important to track every single thing when it comes to a brand advocacy campaign?
Oh, yeah, this is such a great question because if we're not tracking, we don't know what works and we don't know why. And that's a real problem for marketers when at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, we're asked, why did we do this? Why did we invest in ambassadors and advocates?
Right.
Why did we invest in this event? Why did we invest in this tool? If you can't tie those activities back to any kind of revenue or performance metrics at all,
What makes it worth
then
it?
you said, I don't know. I don't know why we did that. I can't tell. Maybe you can see a spike in whatever, attendees or purchases or whatever it is that you're trying to drive it as a business. But if you can't associate with a specific campaign, then you don't know that that activity is worth it. And in this case, we want to be able to associate specific advocates with specific end goals. We want to know not only who participated as an advocate, who shared it, who didn't, but what happened next. Right, you and I are both on this list. If we do this campaign and we both share it, but you drive 60 people to the event and I drive a big fat 0, that's telling on behalf of the brand. We're probably not going to want to work with Mike too much more. We're certainly not going to want to pay him because he's not successfully driving the kind of people we want to this event, whereas Brittany's just killing it. So that's the kind of thing that you want to have the insights in, and the only way you can do that is if you track every single thing that is possibly trackable. And in this case, we've got a link. It's super easy, as you saw, to track it, so we absolutely should.
I love that answer. I feel like you couldn't have answered better.
So just like before, we're doing a campaign name and a campaign description so that A, when they get the email, they're going to see that, and also B, when we go back into the reporting, we can look at that campaign and remember what that was for. You can set an expiration date if you want to, and in this case, I think we should, because Adobe Max is 3 days, so we'll say...
It goes from the 14th to the 16th.
Yeah, so we'll say by the 17th, if you haven't done it yet, don't bother. It'll be too late at this point. And then here's where you can see all those different lists, and we're going to want all of them for our campaign. But again, if you had different kinds of ambassadors and advocates, internal, external, and so on, you could pick and choose which ones you're going to do. And if you just recently made a change to your list, you can hit refresh and do that. So hit save, and that's it. We now have an advocacy campaign that will send emails as soon as this post goes live on the 14th at noon. So we're going to hit schedule.
And everything is done automatically.
Right. So you're not going to see that as an active campaign until that post goes live. In fact, you won't see it as draft either. It's just attached to that post, which I could go find if I wanted to in my publishing calendar. But what you guys see here is an example of a campaign that I started earlier this week, just for fun. Just had the 6 of us in there, so you're not going to see a lot of data, but you'll see some data enough to understand what it was. We decided we're going to promote today's live stream. So there's you. There's me. There's Jacob. Where's Jacob?
There's Andrew.
Andrew. Where's Andrew? He's not supposed to be in here? So we had the 6 of us in here, and you can see, 100% were contacted. That should always be the case, but we do that so that you know if any of the emails have gone wrong, something's wrong with the email, it's not getting through. Most of us opened it. Most of us clicked through. Some of us shared it. Did you share?
I don't think so.
And we drove 9 visits, right? So
okay.
Already at a high level, you can see what this advocacy campaign was driving on behalf of the brand. And then you can drill down and see, okay, well, what really happened? What networks were actually driving some traffic? Strangely enough, Twitter. I don't know how many of you are using Twitter. We're not streaming to Twitter, but those of you, comment, are you still on X or Twitter?
Yeah, or what do you call it? X or Twitter? For me, it will always be Twitter.
Yeah, so you can see the traffic that was generated. You can see who your best advocate is. That's how I mentioned earlier, you can incentivize this. If you're doing a job search for an important role, why not incentivize your best internal employee advocates and say, hey, we'll do a $25 or $100 Amazon gift card to whomever drives the most traffic and engagement to our job opening, because that's going to be worthwhile to the company.
I love that.
And then you can drill down and even see, all right, who participated, who didn't. Megan will give her a pass because she's traveling this week, and so she's been busy. But everybody else opened it, which is great. And you can see exactly who participated and who did what.
I love how it tracks that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's exactly what you're going to be able to see after each and every campaign. You can leave them open. You can stop and archive them, do whatever you want to do. The other thing that I'll show you real quick is if you were sharing a job opening or you were sharing a blog post using that first approach where I started to show you just creating a campaign from scratch, you can tell them exactly what you want to say. Right? So I gave us suggested copy. That's what you can see right here. You can do 5, 10 different suggested copies if you want to give people lots of options and choices of what to say on their social media. You'll see that there, and then again, you'll see the internal notes down here.
I love that. And with I'm assuming with each of the suggested copies, great if you're trying to maybe get your advocates to use a very specific copy or caption. And I feel like a lot of brands nowadays run into legal issues as well, where certain things need to be disclosed, which I feel like this could be super helpful for.
Right. Like you might need to use a particular kind of hashtag. If you're talking about external influencers, talking about a branded product, then maybe you need to use the hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored. You might have multiple people from around the world that you're asking to participate in one campaign. So maybe you want to offer different language options. Like Agorapulse, we're based in France. So if we do a global campaign, you will always see English and French suggested copy, maybe also German and Spanish, depending on what the campaign is and who we're asking to participate. That just makes it as easy as possible for your brand advocates to participate in the campaign, because that's super important. If it's a paid influencer, they're going to do it. They're under contract. They're going to do it. But if it's an employee like me, you're asking me to share something on behalf of Agorapulse, what's in it for me? Why would I do that? Don't make it hard, right? Don't do a Slack message that gets, buried by 10 other Slack messages within 20 minutes, right? Put it in an email that they're going to be able to get into their inbox. They're going to be able to come back to it when they have time. It's click a button, go to the campaign, do whatever it is you're asking them to do, and then they're done. It's something that will literally take them a moment, like 2 minutes, really, and they will have done what you asked them to do and seen huge results on behalf of the brand.
I love that. And I think simplicity is key, and that's really what it's doing. So on the receiving end, do we want to show what this looked like when you received the email?
Yeah, so let me go into my email. We'll do that real quick.
We'll hide Mike's email from you all for a second. You guys don't need to see that stuff. Lots of Agorapulse campaigns, I'm sure, in there.
yeah, Agorapulse campaigns. Fortunately, everyone can be jealous. I only have 30 emails in my email inbox.
That would be great. Mine piles up a little bit. Are you guys somebody who leaves in the comments chat? Let us know. Are you somebody who keeps your email inbox cleared, or do you let it pile up and batch your, I want to say, time to filter through your inbox each week? Because I'm that person.
Oh my gosh. So we've got the email. We're ready to share my screen again. And so this is what you would get as an advocate. Again, whether you're internal, external, if you're just in a list and somebody sends you a campaign, it's a very simple email. Hello, Mike. You're a member of our advocacy program. Thank you for helping us spread the following content by sharing it to your social networks. Feel free to personalize the description to make this content even more interesting for your community. And then there's a big orange button. And that opens up a custom landing page that, I did not create this. It's all automatic, right? It brings in the title, the descriptions right there. Adobe would like you to engage with this content. And there you see the link. And in this case, it was a YouTube link. For this kind of campaign, it can be any link that you might want them to share. Just make sure that if you want them to go to an existing social media post, you do it the way I showed you the first time, right? Where you schedule the post in Agorapulse and you attach the advocacy campaign to that post. But if it's a YouTube video, if it's an event like max.adobe.com, you can just plug that into the link, and you can see here one suggested copy you can use. You can copy that content, and here I can open up Twitter or X. And for some of these, if the platform allows us, we will already have the first suggested copy pasted in it for you. Some of the platforms like LinkedIn don't actually, I think LinkedIn doesn't allow you to do that. But you can see that. Join us live from the Adobe Studio on Thursday, and so on. I'll close that. And the same is true for Facebook. It might ask me to authenticate. I might skip that one. We'll skip Facebook.
It's that
you all know what
two-factor
Facebook looks like. I'm on a new Wi-Fi, so everyone's like, yeah. So like LinkedIn, like I said, it won't pre-fill in the thoughts, but there's a little spinning window here. It is going to YouTube. It's grabbing the video. It's going to bring in the thumbnail in just a moment as a link preview.
I love that. And then it copies the text or the caption or the copy, if you will, to your clipboard.
Right.
So it's very easy.
I'm not going to post that because it's too late now. We're here. You're already here.
I love that. And I guess looking at it from this way, a couple other ways that really you could do this is, even if your advocates are not necessarily sharing this campaign, it's giving them the link to go and interact, leave a comment, support this post, comment on whatever it is as well, right?
Right. I'll go back into my email real quick and you can leave that up. It's okay. I'll show you. This is from this morning, an actual Agorapulse advocacy campaign, a real one that we did, where if we go here, it's going to bring a very similar looking landing page, but this one is for our LinkedIn post preview. This is a podcast interview.
It's you.
It's me. This is a video snippet that our social media manager posted to LinkedIn, and it was a scheduled content for this morning. And as soon as that posted, the advocacy campaign went out. This is for one of my other podcasts, Social Pulse Podcast, B2B Edition, where I was interviewing Carla Johnson. And it was an amazing interview. We got this incredible 58-second clip. And you can see, obviously, this is what the LinkedIn post itself looks like. And below that, engage with the post on LinkedIn. And that's just a button that's going to take me to that LinkedIn post where I can engage with it. And here's a cool thing. I'm not going to go back and show you what a normal Agorapulse post looks like, but I can guarantee you it doesn't have 28 people engaging with it within like 2 hours of being posted. We don't get that kind of game on social media. So you can tell that the advocacy campaign is working. If I look through the reactions, I'm seeing a lot of faces that I know and recognize as fellow Agorapulse employees that are there doing what we asked them to do. And as I dig through the comments, I'm seeing not only internal advocates, but external advocates like Julie Riley and Melanie Boylan and so on. These are folks that are ambassadors for our Agorapulse brand, and we've had them in distribution lists. So a campaign like this, we ask them to participate. So we're getting a ton of reach and engagement with this post thanks to the advocacy campaign.
I love that. And I love, you can definitely see the difference in like having advocates or having employees or community leaders in our case that are really there to support and engage in pieces of content like this. And also from the outside looking in, somebody maybe would see this and think, wow, this brand really has a lot going on, which of course we do, but it just kind of helps establish that sense of authority in the space, which I think is really cool.
And that's why we started with Adobe Express, because you don't want people engaging with a LinkedIn post that doesn't look amazing. It has to have that brand tone and style and authority. It's got to be a great video. It's got to be a great graphic in order for not only the resulting advocacy to work well, but the advocates themselves, they're not going to want to engage with something that's like, meh. I've actually gotten that feedback before. And so we had to make adjustments into some things we were sharing because in that instance, it was like a content match issue where we were asking advocates to share content that didn't resonate with them. But the assets matter too, right? So have a great video, have a great image like we've already demonstrated, and your advocacy campaigns will be that much more effective.
I think that's a great point. And honestly, like exactly like what Mike was just saying, we've seen the same thing. That content just performs better if you have killer graphics and assets to go with it. So if you are new to Adobe Express, even being able to upload your brand kit is another really, really cool feature.
Oh, yeah.
So that things are very accessible. And whether you have maybe a social media manager on your team, or you're somebody that's a one-person show that maybe doesn't have design experience, you can still keep things branded and following your brand assets without having to go and find them all over the place all the time. While we have a few minutes left, Mike, I'd love to explore some of the other features in Agorapulse because, I mean, advocacy is, of course, your baby, and it's such an amazing feature, but that's not all that Agorapulse can do, right?
No, certainly not. We're a full-featured social media management dashboard. So, of course, you can schedule content and post content to all of your major social platforms. You know, this is our Adobe Live organization. So they've got Instagram, they've got LinkedIn, they've got YouTube. You can have Pinterest, TikTok, X, or Twitter. Pinterest, did I say Pinterest? Yes. Google My Business, and Facebook, and soon to be Threads. Right, so you can have 7, 8, 10 different locations in there and multiple profiles for each one of those platforms. And when you go to create a post, you can select all of them. You can queue them up if you create queues, which basically just are buckets that you want content going out, say every Monday morning at 10 a.m., and you want to make sure that you're hitting that schedule. That allows you to batch create content in advance and set it up in a queue. So if we're going to have a really great Instagram profile and we want to have a great looking grid, right, we can have an amazing queue of content ready to go.
Almost like a mini vault ready to pull from whenever you need.
Absolutely. And you actually have that here. We have a library where you can have all kinds of assets ready to go, graphics, videos, things that you're going to want to share on a regular basis. Because one of the misconceptions about social media is that you shouldn't repeat yourself. And that is so wrong. You need to repeat yourself over and over again. Right. So if you got a great video, you got a great post that worked really well in the past, share it again. You can, if you didn't have it in the content library at first, but you go back to your reports and you see that that particular post performed really, really well, duplicate it, throw it in your library, and get it ready to post again. And here's where you can see the cues and that sort of thing. But I mentioned reporting. You definitely need a tool like this to be able to show you how your past posts have performed. We're not going to have any metrics in here because we just created this organization like 3 days ago. But for those of you who did, if you've been using Agorapulse for a while, you've been on social media for a while, you're going to be able to start to track how your audience is growing, how your posts are performing, and how they're actually driving revenue to your organization. You have Google Analytics set up and you can tie that in and you can see how each post performs and how that makes you shine as a social media manager.
I love this. So like I was saying before, it really is a beast of a platform. And I feel like at this point, you really need to get in there and play around with it. So where do you feel like, and there's actually one more feature I'd love for you to spotlight, Mike, before we tell everybody where they can go and try out Agorapulse for themselves, because trust me when I say you want to play around with this, it is a beast of a platform. But there's a place where you can add, if you have, let's say, 5 different links you want to share, somewhere where you can create and add those, right? So how do you do this in Agorapulse? Wink.
You mean on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah. So what she's talking about is, as most of you probably know, if you've shared content to Instagram, it's really hard to drive traffic. So hard. It's cool because if somebody comes to your website from Instagram, they had to work to get there. And so they want it, whatever it is. But we're conditioned to have one or more links in our profile, in our bio.
Right.
And we're conditioned to add that link in bio,
yes.
or comment or leave me a DM and I'll send you the link, that sort of thing, because we can't put a link on an Instagram post.
Right.
You have the ability to create a link in bio page through Agorapulse. So if you have an Agorapulse subscription, this is included, and you can create a page, and this is just a kind of a demo of what it looks like.
It doesn't take long to set up.
No, it doesn't.
Do you want to do it together for
let's do
Adobe?
that.
And then you guys can see it in our link in bio after.
So you pick the Instagram page, pulselink.bio/Adobe Live. So that is the link that we would put into the Instagram profile for Adobe Live, and we'll create that page. So technically it's done. I mean, I can add in here customizations, but technically it's done, which means now, from this moment forward, if we go in and we share like the graphic we just created to the Adobe Live Instagram page and we say, click the link in bio, there's a little toggle that I'll show you in a moment where it will then add that post to this custom page and allow us to view what that looks like. But you can upload a logo, you can put in the page title, you can add in a description, and you can customize the colors to whatever you want.
Which I love that feature because I'm all about staying on brand.
Yeah, and you can change this at any time, right? So maybe we go with the Max Red for now, but maybe there's a campaign in the future for Illustrator, and we really want to focus that, how all the Adobe products have their own unique color,
branding,
right? We could just go all out and change everything to be that way.
I love that, and also I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
I really would have never thought of that, and I feel like that is so unique and cool and such a cool idea.
I'm giving somebody an idea right
I know.
now, right?
So when you see your link in bio, all these different colors all the time to match all the programs, you know why, and it came from Mike.
Yep. Do a little feature takeover there. So you can add other social channels, and you can add other kinds of buttons, like a website, a blog, products, whatever you want to do, and save that. I don't have all those files on me, or else I would do that. But let's go back to the composer now, and here we're going to upload that image one more time. And already you can see some Instagram options down below, because we'll allow you to share to the feed, share a reel, or share a story. Although honestly, here's a little insider information. I'm pretty sure the real option is going away on Instagram, and it's just going to be videos.
Wow.
You see if you're going to share an image or a video. I don't think there's really going to be much of a differentiation between them two.
Right.
And here's where we're going to say, we're going to do that pulse link in bio. And we want to do to max.adobe.com. And remember, we want that tracked just below.
I love that you can track literally everything in here. I think this is such a game changer for so many of us.
So you always have to say that because you want people to know that this post is going to be associated with a link in bio. You can do push to mobile notification. If you want to be able to do something from your phone, like add a custom sticker or something like that, you can do that. You can publish a first comment.
Which is great for hashtags if you want to
I
keep
was just
that
going to
empty.
say that. Yeah. And we haven't, again, this is a new account. We haven't set them up, but you can have hashtag lists in here. So you could have a group of hashtags just for this event and just for this campaign if you wanted to, and automatically add them to the first comment. You can tag users. You can invite collaborators. You can tag products. You can do it pretty much everything that you can do from Instagram. From here, but the beauty is this, I can schedule weeks in advance. I can't do that natively. So
I love that.
yeah.
This is so amazing. And then once this publishes, I'm assuming it goes right to your Pulsely, right?
Yeah, so this is going to publish in the Instagram feed just like you would expect, but then somebody who wants to go to your Adobe Live bio, and you've already put the link in the bio, they tap that, and that's going to open up a page inside of Instagram that has everything you've ever added to your bio from that moment forward.
This is such a game changer. And we even have Nicole in the comments that says, this is such an easy platform to do everything in one spot while scheduling your content, which is so cool.
Yeah, and if you do it right and you get a lot of engagement, then you'll be able to see that in your inbox and see all the people. I mean, we just added this a couple of days ago, and there's already 480 comments on the Instagram Live or the Adobe Live community. So you guys are really amazing. You're obviously engaged, which is awesome. I love seeing that. If you want to know more about the advocacy, we've got a special URL you can go to, agorapulse.com/ oh, I'm in there. Let me get down really low.
There you guys go.
Advocacy-AE.
The mods will drop this in the chat for you as well. Mike, this has been so incredible. Is there any last minute thoughts or anything that you'd love to share before we officially close off this live stream? But don't go far because there's still design goodness.
Yeah, just remember how powerful advocacy is, whether you're working with employees or influencers. So take that time to set up that program. Work with amazing people like Brittany and get those people outside of your organization or even within your organization talking about the important events that are going on every day at your company.
I love that so much. And you'll want to make sure that you connect with Mike on LinkedIn as your #1 go-to place, right?
Yep.
Amazing. And we'll get the mods to drop that below. Don't go far. We still have design goodness happening. Thank you all so much for joining us. And it was so great being here with you all. And thank you, Mike. You were so incredible.
Thank you. You were incredible.
Thank you. We'll see you guys shortly. And don't go far.
We're going to be creating social media for an event. Open up firefly.adobe.com and then take your little phalanges and you're just going to go. So this is going to act as our prompt and our guide. This is like a nutrition conference,
Yep.
like nutrition tech.
I also typed gibberish, and I got a horse. I'm gonna be working
Look
with
at
a
that
horse.
horse. Look at that horse. Emily will be creating branding for an event based around this horse.
Yes.
I will be creating branding around the LKG Health and Tech Conference. And what's cool is we are actually using a shared document in Adobe Express, which means that we need to collaborate in real time. We're gonna go to media and let's do text to image here. We're gonna use Firefly technology to generate something. Glowing with lines of code, technology, and then futuristic.
Good.
Wait, this is so perfect. And let's go ahead and put some type in here as well.
Maybe my horse is sending me cards from vacation, so I'm gonna go like wish you were here.
So grab your image and then
Okay.
you're going to duplicate it, remove background. Then you are going to drag that horse layer
Okay.
above your text.
Yes.
And so now you can put the text behind the apple like this. I have good ideas, Emily.
I'm gonna give it an earring.
And so here we're just using generative fill in the most chaotic way possible. But we just selected the area and then said, hey, we want an earring here. So I'm gonna do some animations. There are some new animations here in Adobe Express. So I'm gonna have this kind of drift in
Yeah. So we're gonna loop and we're going to go to Bob right here. I'm gonna use generative fill and we are just going to generate that apple out of the background. I don't really want to see it when it's bobbing. Select the whole area where that apple would be. So we're gonna hit generate here. I'm gonna go to media, go to videos, and do maybe like blue glow. I changed the blending mode to screen.
Okay.
And when I hit play, it's going to create this really cool orb-like, ooh.
Wait, how did you do that?
The future.
Okay.
The power of Adobe Express.
That was insane. Adobe Express keeps offering me other recommended fonts, and each time I like it, so I've changed it like 10 times now.
Let's do a swap. All right, so swap. I am now working on Emily's document, and Emily is now working on my document. I just wanted to add a little bit of sparkle.
Thank you. My horse appreciates that. I needed that.
What you can do in Adobe Express is you can go to media, and then you can go to audio. I'm gonna do 90s and just see what happens. Voiceover, here we go. This summer, bring your horse to the great wild wilderness. This summer, bring your horse to the great wild wilderness and join Barney at Horse Camp 2024. Perfect, love it. At LKGCon, you can look kind of good. Nailed it, one take wonder. And then we will watch our final creation. At LKGCon, you can look kind of good. Have a banana, eat an apple. And if you're vegan, have a carrot. See you in 2024. Perfect. Wow, what joy we brought to people who want to look kind of good. Obsessed. So thanks for joining us for the creative warm-up. Bye, everybody.
Here we are in different outfits.
And different sides, I think.
And different sides. I think we did switch. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Andrew Hockrattle.
I'm Emily Poulin.
And we are doing an AMA for the stream. That means ask us anything.
Anything.
Chat, you are over here. It is live. So if you have questions about any Creative Cloud program, if you are stuck doing something, if you have freelance advice that you need, we are here for you to answer your questions here in the chat. Studio Manager, oh, you're running. Can you change the chat to just be higher so we can see? It's cutting off a little bit of YouTube, and YouTube, we want to see everything that you have for us.
YouTube, we're counting on you.
Thank
for
you.
this
What a
stream.
blessing. There we go. Yes. No. Yeah. Yep. Got it. Perfect. That's good.
We're back.
Okay.
We love you, chat.
So, chat, let us know any questions that you have. I do have a couple things that I want to show you while we have those questions come in. Emily, if you just want to maybe like note questions, I had sticky notes.
Oh, like
somewhere.
actually, I have it right here.
Oh,
Look at
we
this
don't
prompt.
have to physically. If we just mentally do it.
Oh,
and,
mentally.
Yes, and Voodoo Val says, "How can I look kind of good?"
Watch Adobe Live.
Watch
Next
Adobe
question.
Live. Yeah. Next question. All right. So, Emily.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Adobe Firefly?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I, chat, have clearance to show you something.
Government clearance?
It's government clearance from my boss about a thing that I can show you. Now, Howard Pinsky has been posting a lot about this. Hold on. Not yet.
Don't go to the screen
Hold on.
yet.
Don't do it. I need to find Howard.
Stay with me here, chat.
Yeah. Unless you want to learn about the screenings that are happening at the Alamo Drafthouse. Okay.
Potentially.
So Howard has been posting a little bit about this. Let me find his post about it. He's been posting a lot about that. Chat, we have a secret for you, I promise.
We already got a great first question in the chat.
Yes.
But we will come back to it.
Hit me with a question.
Okay. Basically, are QR codes generated in Express trackable?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think the answer is no.
I do believe
because
it's no.
it is just taking it directly from the. You can use a service like Bitly.
Yep.
Bit.ly is what we actually use for Adobe Live. If you probably look down, there's probably a Bitly below, and we use that to track everything. So here we go. I have a video that I need to show you on my screen.
I hope you're hungry, chat. I
hope
hope it's
you're
lunchtime
hungry.
for you.
Because this is a video that Howard Pinsky has shown. And as you look at this, you're like, whoa, it's animated. Howard's not an animator.
He's not.
Well, that's because it is using the Adobe Firefly video model, which is
kidding.
pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Also, he may be in Toronto tonight. That's all I'm seeing.
Oh no, that's like forever ago. He was in Toronto at some point. So we have
Are we going to play with that?
clearance to show you some of this stuff.
Guys, chat, are you hearing this? I'm so excited. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. All right.
Fries in the chat. Thanks, Jack.
Fries in the chat. So let me show you the video model in beta. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in like Adobe Firefly, just type in what we want to see here, and maybe we want to do a landscape vista over a bay of boats.
I feel like penguins should make like a debut in here somewhere.
Okay.
But start with like a landscape, and then I'm manifesting penguins for us.
So the effect that I want to do, I want it to do like a move left kind of pan. I think could be interesting. The shot size, we want it to be a long shot, like a pretty wide angle. Camera angle, we want it to be, yeah. Probably, let's do a aerial shot. And then all these settings are fine. And then we are going to hit generate. Now this does take a second to generate.
Why are you matching?
Twinsies!
Why is it you?
Twinsies! But it is going to help generate this video. This is great for brainstorming. This is great for concepting, yeah, trying out new stuff. So let's see what it generates here. It is going to take just a second.
It's going pretty fast.
It's going pretty. It's like thinking about it.
Yeah.
I do have a couple more things to show you today, but chat, if you have questions, please take us in. The things I want to cover today, I want to talk about displacement maps.
Ooh,
And then I want to talk about one other thing that I forgot. Displacement maps, and then I want to talk about maybe we can do some like lighting in 3D. And we did a little bit of that earlier, but I think it's fun.
It's so fun.
In Illustrator. And then maybe I want to show you what's new in some of the beta programs, and we can take a look at some of the betas, which would be really cool.
Which most people have access to beta, correct?
Everyone has access to beta. Like pretty much everyone. All right, here we go.
Wait, did you put Oh, you did put penguins.
Landscape vista over a colony of penguins.
Wow.
Right? Pretty cool. So you can play around and try to create like
crazy.
B-roll or like concept stuff here. So let me go ahead and upload something here.
Is it a penguin?
And we're gonna look. That's not good.
Perfect. A pink piece of paper.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find
a shower.
That one's not great either. Oh, here we go. Flower. So I've got some flowers here.
Wow.
Let's do that. There's some flowers that I created. And I'm uploading that as an image reference. And here I'm just going to do blooming flowers. And I want it to be maybe like a... Maybe I want it to be... Zoom out. Shot size, I want to be probably... we'll keep it here because it's going to take it out because of that. Okay, we'll just do this. So we have blooming flowers with the flower here. And I'm just going to refresh the page real quick. All right, blooming flowers, got it. Let's generate and see what happens. Oh no.
Something went wrong. Sad
Something went wrong. Hold, please.
Is there like a...
All right, let's try it one more time.
It's our faces. If you're just joining in, we are doing an Ask Me Anything segment with me and Andrew and I. So if you have any questions about design, Adobe-related products, freelancing, anything like that, feel free to add it in the chat, and we will do our best to answer those for you. But right now, Andrew is demoing some new video beta work that's available on Firefly. But not available, sorry. It is in Firefly, but an exclusive beta testing right now.
Yes, and what's happening here is I think I'm trying to upload a PNG, and it's not wanting to take the PNG. Let me convert this to a...
JPEG? PDF? This isn't from a project we worked on.
This is from a project we worked on, but like
You're kidding.
a different version of it. Oh, I use these all the time, Emily.
Wow. Guys, this is probably an 8-year vintage right there.
Oh yeah, I use these literally all the time.
What was that, 2016? So yeah, wow.
All right, so I'm gonna take the screenshot and just upload the screenshot there, and then we are going to try to generate the video. Oh, is Firefly not? Chat. I'm trying to show you a cool thing.
Debut.
I'm trying to show you a cool thing.
Yes, Keys, Andrew and I, written like that.
All right, I want this to work so bad, chat.
We can tell. The heart is there.
Okay.
It's happening. Those little things are cute. Where did these come from?
It's pretty cute.
Oh.
While it generates, I'm going to go over into Photoshop. And chat, I'm going to show you a little secret.
The banana?
So, yes. You can click right here to edit toolbar.
Wait, I want to do this.
I believe it's Command K. Is going to bring up your preferences. And then if you hold Shift and hit OK, you'll get a little banana down there.
I want the banana. Command K, you said?
Yes, Command K and then hold Shift. Does the Creative Cloud have a desktop download for Adobe Express? No. Adobe Express is only available at express.adobe.com.
Wait, where did the... But there is a mobile app version of Express. So.
There is a mobile version of Express if you want to use it on your phone. Really great version on your phone as well.
Great.
And people have been asking about iPad, and so I'm sure that it is somewhere on a roadmap somewhere. I'm sure someone is working on iPad eventually as well. All right.
Wait, I clicked Command K. Then what do I do?
Hold Shift.
Oh, Command K Shift?
Just, no. Hold Command K. Hold Shift. Hit Enter. Or hit, okay, yeah. Banana. Oh, no, it didn't work.
It's okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
We tried. Okay, we have our flowers here. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Play it again. It's cool because it's like becoming a real flower from that painting.
Uh-huh.
And this painting is from like the archives, like public domain
Public
archives.
domain, yeah,
like,
public domain archive. That's pretty cool.
I have no words, actually.
Pretty cool. So that is a new tool that I was able to show you.
Thank you so much for showing us that. That was insane.
Thanks so much for the help on that. All right, so let's go to apps, and we're going to go to beta. And look here, look at this. Photoshop beta. Try the newest generative AI features. Cool. We got Premiere Pro. We got Illustrator, test features and fixes under development and beta builds.
Nice.
I'm going to install this real quick, which is probably not what I want to do on stream, but here we are.
Why not?
I don't know. It just feels like it's chaotic. InDesign effortlessly converts PDFs to InDesign files. So if you ever want to know what's on the way, you can do that right here.
That's cool.
Great question from Hannah Jones. Favorite programs you recommend for freelancers for sending invoices, keeping track of projects?
I didn't even see YouTube chat. YouTube chat, I'm so sorry. I looked away briefly, but here we are. Do you want to go first on that?
Yes. So I like to use for keeping track of projects. Okay, here's what I like to do for keeping track of projects. Is I like to use cloud documents in Adobe Illustrator. So let's say that I have a document. I have so many secret documents in here. Okay, let's say
the Chamber of Secrets is now open.
The Chamber of Secrets is open. Okay, this one actually came out already. So what I can do is you can use Share for Review. If you haven't used Share for Review, super easy to do.
Wait, yes. Share for Review, like from the program itself?
Yes.
That's what I've started doing with my life. It's great. So you use this tracking?
Yeah, so I use this to track, and I'll use Share for Review. I'll let the client comment. This download is going to take a second because we are downloading Illustrator beta as well. Chaotic. Why not? So I like to use that. I think other apps like Asana.
Yeah, I go old school. I use Trello for my organizational tools.
Yep.
I like the cards, but Asana is very similar for that, actually. And then I use QuickBooks for self-employed, which is really helpful.
Yep. And someone said, can you explain the fast mode in text to image? You know, chat, we're going to learn about this together. I guess it came out today, so we're going to learn about this together and ask us anything as we learn together. Ideate, generate, and compare variations quickly with lower resolution images. Upscale to higher resolution 2K images later for 1 credit per image. Interesting. And Model 3, we all know about that. It is available. So let's go to try fast mode. Let's try this.
Wait, you're on Firefly. I went to Express, and I was like, why don't I see it?
Yep. Okay, cool. So we're in fast mode, little rabbit.
Nice.
And let's see how we can, how fast we can generate. So let's do a fox in a box wearing socks.
Unlock.
Yes. And let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. It was way faster. It was way faster generating those.
Okay, cool.
So interesting. So it's a little bit faster, and then you can upscale.
That's helpful.
We also have an image history now down here.
Do you know why that happens sometimes on generations? Like it crops it in unnecessarily almost.
I don't know.
But this seems to be a solution for that, so that's fantastic.
Yes, this is great. Okay.
Look at how big his socks are. They're not even on his little feet.
Big socks.
Wow. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Yeah. A
one fish, two fish.
Zebra with a cobra in a
I was gonna say jail cell. I don't
Yes.
know why.
Sure.
In a bank.
In a jail cell. So let's see. I like that this is like a little more snappy, a little faster. Oh yeah.
There they are.
There they are
They're
hanging
breaking
out.
free. That cobra's out.
We're breaking free. That's cool. Okay, rad.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat.
We asked for questions, but you also were showing us
All right. So tracking your projects. I would go here to share. And then from there, we could generate a link that we could send to clients to share for review. So I'm going to create a link for share for review. And we are saving this as, it'll save it as a PDF file. My goodness.
which will be web browser friendly. So they don't have to have Acrobat or anything like that. It'll just preview in a web browser.
Yep. So now I have a link that I can send.
Send it to me.
And so, yeah, if we want to go to our headshots real quick, I'm going to send this to Emily.
You want to Slack me?
Yeah. I'm going to send this to Emily real quick, and Emily is going to act as my client. So if you're working,
I'm going to give some live feedback.
Yeah, if you're working with a client, this is a great way to track those changes back and forth and to manage the project. So Emily is going to comment on this. So if we want to go to my screen, I am simply going to go up to Window and then turn on Comments right here.
And I'm opening the document. Okay, I have it open.
Yep, so window comments, and so now Emily can go in and add whatever comment she wants. So
Andrew slacked me this link. I literally clicked the link, and here it is in my web browser, which is awesome. And I'm like, okay, I'm the client, and I'm thinking, this looks like a spaceship, so I want to change this.
Yeah.
Change looks too much like a spaceship. Is it? What is it?
It's like a catering box upside down.
Submit. Okay, and then I can also, or I can be like, you know what, not that one. I think that one's actually fine. Maybe I want to do, so you could leave a general comment too. You could just be like, love this color, and it will just add it to the thing in general, but I could also pin it. I think you have to do it while you're working on it though.
Yes, and then if you want to scroll down, you can actually go through all the different pages. So if you scroll down,
there's more pages.
Yep, more pages. Boots the huts down, mama. So if we wanted to, you could also, instead of pinning something, let's say that we wanted to circle a very specific part, right? Like the pride down there is not readable. And so you can click on that little marker right there, and then you can click and annotate and draw and whatever you want on there. And this, again, you can send this link to your clients and be like, hey, let's move this up there, let's move that over there, right? And so when she saves that, what I'm able to do is, put that up there, got it, love it, move this. So what I'm able to do, if we go back to my screen, is I'm going to zoom in, and you'll see this is directly in Illustrator. So directly in Illustrator, I can actually come over and address her comments, right?
And this is only because you have the comment panel open. If you was to close the comment panel, all these things would disappear.
Yep.
So it's I guess it's metadata. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere.
On top of it, yeah.
And so if I wanted to, I could even come in here and comment and say, awesome, thanks so much.
You're the best client.
Yep. And that is going to live update into the file. So Emily said that she wants to put this bottom part up at the top part, which let's see how I built this. I actually don't think I can do that.
I think this is a preview. But I actually didn't know about the drawing feature, and I use this feature with my clients, and someone sent me back feedback yesterday and had drawn on it, and I was blown away. I was like, wait, how did you do that?
So what I can do is I can actually click on this as well, and it will pin it, and I can mark it as resolved.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to remove these comments that Emily has done and just be like, you know what? We resolved these.
You know what? We're all fine.
Yep. But what I am going to do is I'm going to rotate this, right? I'm going to rotate it a weird angle, and then I'm going to save. And what's cool is I can come over here, and in the share panel, I can just go ahead and update content. And it will automatically update like every 5 minutes or something. But it's better to go here and hit that update. And then Emily, when she refreshes the page, goes back to that exact same link, if we hop over to her screen, and then scrolls down, boom, it's updated live.
I didn't know that. I have been sending a new link to my clients all the time. I'm like, here's a new link.
No, it updates live.
Like a crazy person.
It updates live. So you can do that here if you're using Cloud Doc, and then if you were using Share for Review,
nice.
it updates
So then the workflow would be like, hey, yeah, I updated it. Go ahead, take a look.
Yes.
And you just have to refresh.
Yep. 100%.
Adobe, you are amazing.
Amazing.
We appreciate you.
Yes. Okay, so let's hop over to Photoshop. And this is another thing that I wanted to show you. And again, we are doing an Ask You Anything. So ask us anything.
Or we're going to ask you anything. Chat, what do you want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know? That's our question. So I'm going to play around with something that I saw that would be an interesting text effect. Ooh. So I'm going to go ahead and type in, let's do Emily's name. That's
it.
you.
The
All
last
right.
name we're not sure on. First
And I'm
name,
going to do
we're
this
sure.
as kind of just like I want like a big kind of chunky font. Sure.
We have a great question that you're going to love, but it's
Love it.
Illustrator based.
Okay.
Can you show us an easy way to step by step to use the compound path feature in Illustrator? I always try to use it to make stunning types, but they're having a hard time.
Yeah, 100%. So let's hop over to Illustrator here. And compound path tool. If you're using it with type, basically think of it as making everything one shape. Think of it as punching out a window, right? So
What we do all the time.
yeah, we do it all the time. So what I'm going to do is actually select Illustrator. So we're here. Also, if you didn't know this, here's what I'm doing. So if you can look over in my stroke and fill, I'm hitting X, and X is changing between the selection of the fill in front or the stroke in front.
It's all white though, so it's hard to see.
Yes. If I hit Shift X, what it's going to do is it's going to flip the two. And if I hit the D, it's going to change and fill it with black and white. So
Nice.
there, I was trying to make a black square, and right now white is selected. So I hit D to default it to black and white, Shift X to switch the two. Then I hit X to select the back, and then I hit backslash to take out the stroke.
Wow.
So instead of going through all those clicks, if you know
That's
the
not-
hotkeys, you can very quickly just do it with hotkeys. All right, so we're gonna create this here, and then let's go ahead and create a circle, and then maybe another circle,
So many circles.
right?
And Raphael, if you have a more specific question about this too, let us know, because compound path can have a couple different applications. So let us know if it's something more specific.
Yep. So right now, these are 3 different paths,
Yes.
right? So if we create a compound path, what it's going to do is it is going to punch a window out of each of these paths, right? So it's going to punch out the window, and as I do that, I'm going to go to Object, Path, Compound Path. Wait, Compound Path Make.
I always just right click, but
And the reason that it's doing this is if you think about it, this one is on top of this one, so it's punching out a window of that one. It's punching out windows of anything below it, right?
right. So layering matters.
Yep.
Who's on top?
This one
matters.
is punching out this one. But here's where it gets tricky, is this one is punching out this one, which is also punching out this one, right? So it flips it 3 times. So compound paths look crazy when you're working with them like this. How compound paths work really well is when you are trying to punch out a window. So let's say that you're trying to create like some kind of donut shape, or you want to create like an eyeball. With these 2 selected, creating a compound path is again going to punch out that window. We're going to go to Object, Compound Path Make, or Command 8, and now we have it in there. So the difference between this is that now I can select things in the background, right? If I just did this by adding shapes, maybe we wanted to create 2 little eyes here,
Ooh, eyeballs.
is as I move this around, you'll see it's its own shape.
Whoa.
But here, this is all one shape. So really that's
Or
all.
you pull it off so people can see that's a hole too.
Yes.
Or change the color
There you
background
go.
maybe. Yeah. So one is like 2 shapes existing on top of each other. The other is a hole, a
Yep.
window, if you will.
Yep, and this is the same thing as using Pathfinder. If we
Yes.
do minus front, it just turns this into a compound path.
Why don't we do reverse compound path too? So like maybe take like a letter like R or D,
Yep.
and then we'll do like a reverse compound path
Yes, let's do it.
so that we have the full 360 understanding of compound paths.
Yes, so here's an R. Let's say that you made this shape. And what we could do is when we release this compound path, so let's ungroup, and then I will go to Object, Compound Path, Release, Command-Shift-Option
wait.
8.
It's right there.
It is going to knock out this piece. So just like you thought about it, it is knocking out the windows, right? So we have the shape on top and then the shape on the bottom. And so in theory, these are the 2 shapes that you're working with the R. But when you create a compound path, Control or Command 8,
It merges them
it
together.
merges them together and knocks it out. So
Wow. Would you say that letters are just shapes?
letters are just shapes.
That's crazy.
That's it. So that's how compound paths work. Please, next question. All right.
Back to me.
Back to you.
All right.
So I'm gonna try something that I actually haven't done yet, but
Whoa.
I think that I understand how it works, and I'll try to describe it to you as you watch. So we want to create a kind of like weird fizzy like scattering effect on this type. So what we can do is we are going to try to make a displacement map. And so I'm just going to do this real quick. is I'm going to go to Filter, Distort, Displace. Got it. We're going to convert it to a smart object. Looks good to me. The horizontal and vertical scale, you can keep just the same for now. We're going to hit OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of scroll through here. And I'm going to see, I actually probably have one. Sure, let's just do the flower tattoo that I made. So we're going to take a PSD and we are going to hit open when we displace. And what it's going to do is it's going to displace the type based on that photo, right? So let's go ahead and actually open that up. So let me see if I can find that flower PSD. Did I pass it? Chat, if you see it, let me know.
What was it? Oh,
there we go.
Could be any flower here.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh,
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this on top, chat, and we'll be able to see how it is augmenting the type. I'm trying to see where the angles would be.
I've never tried to like backfill like this.
I think it's, nope. Down here? It's not. All right, well, it's augmenting based on that tattoo. Basically, it's moving left and right depending on how gray or light it is. Not what I want to show you. But what we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and undo that. And we're going to play around with displacement maps by creating a new document here. It's going to be the same size, so 1920 by 1080. I believe this one is 72 DPI. Let's just make sure so that we don't get off.
I might need you to read Raphael's comment because it sounds like there's layers for creating 3D type, but there's a few ways that I can go around thinking about that.
All right, pausing on displacement maps.
Yeah, sorry.
The thing, if I understand correctly, we can make great 3D type using compound paths. When I use it, I'm lost with layers created with it and always...
the pen tool's what's throwing me.
So I always create it using the pen tool. So we're doing 3D type, compound path.
I'm wondering if it's because sometimes like it won't, or it'll inflate the same.
Yeah.
When you're using the 3D type.
Yeah. So if you're doing 3D type,
if you have a reference, Raphael, too, I don't know how you'd share that. I guess it'd have to be a published link, but.
Yeah. So let's do this.
Do like a fat face type face.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
do that.
I'm gonna ungroup this so that it's not compound paths. And what I would do is
the PSO compound path.
Yes. So actually, yeah, let's show that. I'm just gonna hotkey
Goodbye
it.
compound path.
So no compound paths here, and then I go to Window, 3D Materials, and I'm gonna try to answer your question. And let's say that I inflate. So it's going to create this like weird puffy piece, right? So if it is compound
they're
path,
asking about the previous stream, so I think this is related, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if I create a compound path, then it is going to be able to move it, right? But right now, this is not a compound path. These are just objects that I have selected together, so it's actually changing them and moving them individually. If I change them to a compound path by hitting Command 8, so now they're a compound path, they're going to Object, Compound Path Make. Now, when I try to inflate it, and then now when I try to move it, it moves all as one. So when you're working with 3D, you probably do want it to be a compound path, and that way it will create all together instead of making a bunch of different things. If we had type that was over something, like over a shape, same thing, we want it to be a compound path. So we'll do a couple different versions of this. Green and sure, blue. So we'll do one that is not grouped, one that is not a compound path. So this right here is all grouped together. And you can see that it's kind of inflating everything and it's giving us not a lot of like stuff to work with, right? And each of those are individually moving because they're not together. Now, if we wanted to create a compound path, we're going to create a compound path out of the text and then a compound path out of the background. Now when we inflate, it's going to inflate with a nice little bubble around it.
So fun.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So Compound paths, punching things out, and especially with 3D, it'll give you that weird effect. And someone's saying, yes, the long shadow.
I think it's from the first stream that we were doing with Powerpuff, or the Power Trio. Do you have that file open still?
Yes, I'm not sure what your question is there, though.
I think, here, go back to the file if you want to open it.
Yes.
If not, we'll have to figure it out. Oh, it's not open still? I thought it was just
I got it.
The strong
Oh, the
will.
3D one, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So this all needs to be a compound path when you are creating that that dimension. So let me take this. So right now, this is all a group. So it's not full compound path. It's just a group, I believe.
Whoa.
You'll see there, it's 2 shapes. So it's a group. So it's the background and the text, and that is just grouped together. The text is a compound path, like the actual type is a compound path, and then the background is a compound path
Which was
as well.
an offset path.
Yes.
Strangely, so many paths we could take.
Yep. And then we created this awesome 3D powerful trio.
But yeah, Jack has a good point. You can always go back and watch the replay. So you can replay that as many times as you need to follow step by step.
Yes.
So hopefully that takes you through it.
100%.
But sometimes it comes down to like a checkbox. So just really make sure that you're looking at all the details because sometimes that can be what's tripping you up.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and play around and try something. We're going to try to create this displacement map effect. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a new document that's the same size. And then we're going to go to new layer. So we're going to go Control-Shift-N, or we're going to hit plus right here. And we are going to go to mode is going to be overlay. And then fill or neutral color 50% gray. So what this is going to do is make it so that nothing happens. When using displacement maps, dark portions or light portions are going to shift the pixels, right? So if it's 50% gray, that means that it's not going to do anything, right? So right now you can see it's overlay, and let's go ahead and do normal here. So what I want to do, this is going to be crazy, is I'm going to grab the brush tool, and I just have like a weird splatter brush from
Perfect.
Kyle, and we are going to use just a little bit of a darker color here.
When Andrew says from Kyle, these are brush packs for Photoshop from Kyle.
Yep.
So maybe our mods can drop a link if that's handy. If not, if you Google it, I'm pretty sure it comes up.
Yep, and then I'm going to do a little bit of white here. So I'm just kind of playing around with splattering where I think that type is going to be on the document. From there, I'm going to save this. And I'm going to save this as like displace splatter. Displatter. Sure. So I'm going to save this as displatter. And now I'm going to come back over to my text. And we are going to add that effect again. We're going to go to filter. We are going to go to distort and displace. Convert it to a smart object, great.
That Y is
Sure,
funny.
displace, great. And then we're gonna use the displace splatter, hit open.
And you open a PSD file.
Yes,
Fancy.
and check that out. So as I come here, if I want to add more of that effect or make it more intense, I can simply just draw on more of that with my brush. So let's say we really wanna do some crazy stuff out this way. And when I save this, it's going to come back and it should update this displacement map.
Because you placed it as a smart object,
Yes.
potentially.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Chat is saying that when they used a 3D tool in Illustrator, it was a disaster. It was slow and laggy. I feel like that was a previous version. I would say update and try again because honestly, it's been much faster. But I do know at rollout it was a little bit slower. So give it another go.
Yeah, give it another go.
I have faith in it.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what happens.
If it could handle what Andrew put it through today, you got this.
Very true. And someone's saying,
Variable
yes.
capable typeface.
And Illustrator's a lot faster. It's 5 times
oh, that's right. There was
performance.
a whole. I was
So-
like, it seems faster.
Yeah, there was a whole
quantifiably.
update that happened just a few weeks ago that gave us way more performance.
It really made a difference.
Neat question, Andrew and Emily. Can you show me some tricks to using variable capable typefaces? Ooh, that's a great
Can I
question.
sort variable fonts separate from everything else?
I believe you
feel
can.
like yes.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to type in variable here. And this is just in Adobe fonts, fonts.adobe.com. And retail variable looks great. So if it's a variable font, that means that there are different settings for it, right? You can see here, it's not just about size. There are a lot of different variables that you can play around with. So we're going to add this family and then head over to Illustrator to work in a variable font.
Ooh, I have an interesting one.
Retail variable. Oh, I have a really good one. Okay, let's do retail real quick, and then I have another font that actually is on this system, I think, that's really good.
I honestly don't play with variable type often. I have it, but I don't usually. Whoa, this one's cool.
All right, so this one that we downloaded was called Retail. All right, it's going to take a second to sync it.
Wait, this is cool. Here, if you want to show mine.
Oh, yes, hop over to Emily's.
I don't know what I'm doing. This one's super fancy. Okay, so this one has ink traps, and ink traps are an ancient form of typesetting. Not really, but this was one of the things used to be set with what's called sorts, right?
Yep.
And letter sorts, and so they would drip in, and so you had this extra space so that it would not like fill the counter completely. Am I explaining that correctly?
Yes, that is correct.
Good. I learned that from you. So, so this one allows me to adjust it. So, I mean, it's kind of fun to see it. That's kind of an old style, but I can adjust the ink trap. I can adjust the weight, all while it's staying the same over here, right? I can do the width. I can, if you want more of like a, not fat face, but like a wider, extended type face, I guess would be the word. And then you can also change the slant, which is cool. So many different things that you can change. How are these coded differently? There's something about them, but I don't know how it works.
Yes, it's coded very differently. And as you can see,
cool.
You do have like the custom panel at the top. And so if you want to hop over to my screen, this is the retail one, that instead of having, a lot of them do have settings, but you can see this has like 90 settings. And some of them have really unique settings, right? That we have optical size, we can make it bigger, smaller, weight, you can play around with custom weights, you can do italics. So it's really putting all those settings here within Adobe Illustrator at the same time. There aren't a ton of variable fonts right now. It's not a huge thing, but it is becoming more of a thing.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
It's just because it's coded differently. It's a different way of doing fonts.
Right,
I think
right.
it's much more complicated.
Ah, that makes sense.
The font that I used,
I thought you said it was becoming more popular, and I was like, wait, really?
Seismic. There it is. So this is a really, really
What?
cool variable font, and we have the weight, and then we have seismic, and that changes how much
You're
it
kidding.
gets wonky.
Hey, this is on Adobe Fonts?
Yes. So this one's one of my favorites.
Link, please.
Yeah, it's called Seismic, and we can go over here and change it to a crazy amount of seismic, which is awesome, and this is why I love variable fonts.
Do you change it? Oh, no, sorry.
What we also can do is we can come over to Type, and then click on Glyphs, and it's going to show us every glyph that is in this font. So if we need to add in a weird glyph, we can do that really easily here by just dragging. And also, we'll pull these glyphs. Actually, I'm curious. Yes, as I pull these numbers down, the glyphs you can see are actually changing. So when I go to 100, it's going to show me those glyphs. So it gives you a preview of all the glyphs that are available within this font.
I tried to drop the link and it did not link, so sorry about that, guys. I just found it. So.
Yes. And someone's asking about Substance. Don't have a ton of information about Substance for you. I could show it's not on this computer though, but Substance does some really great 3D work. If you want to learn more about that, follow Wes McDermott. One of the best with that.
Is Dimension intuitive? Yes.
Yes, Dimension's
so
super
fun.
easy. Actually, let's go ahead and show some
Okay, fine.
things
Twist
in-
our arm. We're back.
Twist my arm. Throw it in my very life. Okay, so what we're going to do is, with Dimension, we are going to actually grab...
What are we going to grab?
We're not.
I'm sure.
Here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to show you how to create similar mock-up in Dimension, right? So let's say that we have our type here, the powerful trio and the strong will gang.
Opinions.
Yeah, with conflicting opinions.
Guys, where was I at 9 a.m. this morning?
So this, we're just going to say, this is going to be the Strongwill drink, because we're about to make this a drink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to firefly.adobe.com, and this is kind of what Substance does. Or sorry, what Dimension does, but in a different way. So we're just going to type this in here, and we're going to do blank mock-up of a white juice box.
Wow.
With exploding fruit.
Your words, not mine.
behind it. All right, so let's see what happens here. It is creating a blank mockup. Perfect. This is exactly what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this one. That one looks weird. I'm going to grab this one. We are going to upscale it real quick so that we can have the larger version of it. And then we are going to download. So we're going to download that, bring it over into Illustrator, and I'm just going to drag it in here.
So Dimension doesn't exist as its own. Does it still exist as its own program?
Yeah. Yep. Dimension's still out there. Yeah.
It's still out there.
This is just doing a similar workflow very easily. Yeah. So now I can grab these two, and I think most people use Dimension for mockups, and
That's true.
This is And somebody's saying arrow to explore 3D objects. Yes, 100%. So we're going to go to Object. We are going to go to Mockup Beta, and then create Mockup. And asking about Substance, I do believe that, asking about, I keep saying it, Dimension. Substance. Substance 3D is one of the new tools from Adobe, and it's very, very powerful 3D workflows. And so I would go check out Substance. If you haven't looked at Substance 3D, it's super, super awesome. So now with those two selected, I hit make a mockup, and I'm going to just multiply our art here, and it's going to look like it's on this box.
I just saw the shading load. That was so cool.
Yeah. And it's going to really think about it for a second. There we go. Maybe I want to rotate it so you can do everything that you want to do with your art right here. And
That's
it will
cool.
wrap around all these edges. It's not going to go off the back, but it will continue to wrap. And even up here, it'll hit all those.
You should leave it like right there-ish, and then that's like a sticker that's on it, and then like the actual title of the drink is like right here or something like that.
Ooh, that's
Sorry,
fun.
I'm a packaging nerd. As soon as I see it, I'm like...
She's like, let me design it.
We're there. We're launching.
So you can use Mockup to do some 3D stuff, which is awesome. And somebody's saying, but if I want to create 3D objects, can I create them in Dimension? No, I would do that in Substance. I would totally do that. Or Neo, you could do that in Neo. So
wait, Neo is so cool.
Oh, can I show you Neo?
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's out.
I can't show you Neo in 10 minutes, but if we want to cut to our headshots, I'll show you some stuff that Howard Penske's been doing. And that will be a great preview of what Neo looks like. I already have Howard's page. Look up. Okay, we can come back to me.
Is Neo live?
Yes.
Guys, I've been slow to the game.
It is in beta. It is in beta. And so this is something that Howard has been creating. And this is like being able to build stuff in 3D. So this is a video that Howard created. You can see there's lighting. There's so much stuff that you can use and create. It's in, I believe, closed beta. But like this is all done in Project Neo.
Which works more like Illustrator, correct?
Yes, it's very, very, very reminiscent of Illustrator if you've worked with Illustrator. And you can do different like types of things, different effects. This is a really cool, he created these right here.
That's cool. And you can animate in there?
Uh-huh.
Wait, the style changing is so cool.
Yep, 3D to vector. So you can see here, these are the vectors of that 3D. More experimentation with that. It's just a really cool, and you can also like create these blobs that blob into each other. Here's another Project Neo, and you can see him building here using that 3D.
Someone has a question about generate vector.
Hit it. What do you got?
Okay, so you know when you generate a vector, it gives you 3 options?
Yes.
They are only adding 1, and they want to add all 3. How do you add all 3? I think you just have to go back to
Oh, yeah. So what you would do is, let's say that we want to generate an object. Let's go ahead and generate vectors. And let's do...
Penguin.
Okay. Penguin?
Just 1.
Yep. So it's going to generate that vector for me to help play something, to help create something. Play around with this. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
I don't know.
There were words happening.
I'm wondering about the stroke on this. I've never done an object with a stroke.
Boom.
Hello, friend.
So
okay.
we have 1 and we want all 3. So we can cycle through these and kind of like, oh man, we want more. What I would do is click and drag holding Alt or Option.
Nice.
And it's going to make a copy for you. So that's the easiest way to do it. I do believe that you also could copy and paste and it will keep that. So as long as it has this little button right here, that means that it is generated vector and you're able to use all those different options.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's so cute.
Hi, friend.
Hello.
Yeah, zoom in. Can we make him a mock-up? Just kidding.
Oh yeah, do you want to put him on something?
Yeah, put him on the drink. He's a strong-willed mascot.
All right. Chat, we got like 5 minutes. Any
Yes.
other questions from chat of things that we can show you?
This is our Ask Me Anything. So if it's Adobe related, freelance relating, design, Penguin, anything.
Wait, yes, that. I want to see
No,
it.
Raphael, you're in good company. Sometimes I get confused if the panel disappears and I'm like, wait, where'd it go? You just have to go back and find it. But they are all there. Not a puffy penguin.
A puffy penguin.
These need to all be stickers. Like, you know how there's like direct order with like printed things? I
Yes.
want this direct order puffy sticker edition. So
I
Adobe, if that could happen, puffy stickers, I would love that.
think I love him.
I think
Aw.
he's our mascot. I think we're gonna spend the last 4 minutes just staring at him.
Just staring at. Wait, hold on. I can make him metallic. Okay, so we are going to. I'm just going to expand this guy real quick to
Make
get
him
these
glow.
pieces, and then I think I want to ungroup him because I want all these in pieces. So we're going to inflate. There we go. Okay, I have them all in pieces. I think I did want to actually keep them grouped.
His
I'm not
little
crazy.
belly, adorable.
All right, I'm going to ungroup.
Looks like he's wearing a scarf.
Okay, are these grouped? Yes. Okay. Oh, is there like white around him?
Ooh, yeah, Keith says gingerbread penguin, make it real. Yeah, if we could order our designs directly to cookies, I'm also open to that.
Ooh, actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we got 5 minutes left. Somebody said gingerbread penguin. Boy, am I going to give you a gingerbread penguin. So we're going to save him. I'm just taking a screenshot here. We're going to save it.
That's scary.
We're going to save it as a screenshot, and then I'm going to go into Firefly. And if you haven't used this, it's so fun. We're going to use structure reference here. So let's go ahead and let's do gingerbread with like
Icing.
frosting and candy. What are they? Gumdrops?
Gumdrops.
Okay, cool. So we're going to generate, and it's going to generate these options for us. It's just going to do it in a square, and great. Awesome. What we can do is we can go to composition reference,
Oh my
and
gosh,
we're going to
just a
click
house.
here,
Lame.
and we're going to upload our sweet little penguin. And it just wants to make sure we have the rights, which we do. We generated him. And then we are going to hit generate. Oh, wait. I missed the setting. Let's see what happens. But I do want the strength to be, yeah. I want the strength to be really close. And we're going to hit generate. And what it does is it's going to match the composition of that image. Look at him. Look at him.
Amazing.
So we went from there to there. And maybe I do want to do a portrait.
The candy's just on his belly. He's full of candy. So
Little-
full.
Yes.
We had a quick question. How do I generate AI element scenes in Illustrator? It actually is like a textual toolbar. So,
Oh, yeah. Hop to Emily's. Emily's going to answer your question.
welcome back.
Ask us anything.
Ask us. Yeah, sorry. So I created a shape right here, and then right here it'll say generate beta vectors or gen shape fill. So you would just click right here, and that's where we typed in. I'll do a walrus. I don't know if I spelled that right.
Yes, we also can do a scene.
Yes.
So there are different settings in there. Do you know about the settings?
I've seen them and played around with them, but not often.
Okay, sure. Okay, so let's say that I want to do like a full scene.
The Arctic, I'm assuming. I
Look at
got a
him.
walrus. Wait, he's cute.
Yes. All right, let's hop back over to my screen. And where's my contextual toolbar? Anybody see it? Did I turn it off?
Where'd it go? Wow, so many options. Here, I can.
Contextual taskbar. It's gone, right? There we go. I got it. Okay, so we're going to go to generate vectors. And here I'm going to do like a frozen landscape with mountains. And from there, we can actually click here and do scene. So we
that's
can do
right.
low detail on a scene. We also could match to art style if we wanted to. We can look at effects, and maybe I want to do minimalist, or let's do flat. So let's do flat, and then I'm going to hit generate, and it can use those scenes. So you can designate scene, object, or
Subject?
icon, I think.
Oh, icon. Maybe.
Are the three options that you can do, and it just helps it understand. Somebody's saying we need more Ask Us Anythings. Maybe we'll do them as Thursdays a little bit more. It's
kind of fun.
Yeah, or you can hang out for office hours every Wednesday at 1 p.m. We are doing office hours.
Wow.
And boom.
That's the perfect style for your penguin. Can you bring him home? Can you put the penguin there?
Can you bring him home?
Look at him. Oh my god.
It really is perfect, actually. He needs to be right here.
Look at that. I wish I could just send my walrus to you, and then he could be happy there too. Although walruses like eat penguins actually, so
Yeah, that's
let's
true.
keep them apart.
And we did create this nice little mock-up of the penguin.
The
using-
red eyes are terrifying.
Yes. Okay, and let's do, what other like style would we want to see him in?
Jello.
Oh, maybe Frozen?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's better than my idea.
So let's do ice with
Ice penguin.
snow and what are the pine needles?
Ooh, nice.
Pine tree.
This is going to take us right to the end of our stream here.
Take us right to the end of the stream.
We're so ready.
We are doing the composition. Look at this. Not great.
Not what I was expecting.
Ooh. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do 3D plastic render.
Smart. You gotta do this
Hyper realistic.
substrate.
All right, and this will I actually like the fast mode.
I'm sorry.
Look at this little guy.
I need direct to print. I need him.
Oh,
why
yeah.
is he buff?
Beefy penguin. And we'll leave you with that. That is the end of the stream.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for joining us. Stick around. You're going to learn some new effects in Illustrator of how to make a tombstone template. Nice and spooky with our friend Jack Watson. So stick around for that, and we'll see you next week for another in-studio day at Adobe Live. Bye, everybody.
Bye.